What is up, my guys? Welcome to the Eternal Connections November tournament. We are doing duos again, and our room code is fucking showing, but that's okay. Hopefully this will be a pretty good turnout. We had a lot of people sign up for it, so should be pretty good. And I have Burnt Biscuit with me to help me commentate for the first set of games. We're going to be doing one team bracket and then a second team bracket, so like alternate between the games that way. And then Athenakai is going to be joining me for the second bracket, so you will be able to hear both of them. So go ahead and say hi, Biscuit.
Hi, my name is Biscuit, and I'm a friend of the server, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this first half goes.
Alrighty, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and start the first round.
Very curious to see how these teams do with their showings. We had a couple last-minute switches. Personal matters came up, but new talent, looking forward to seeing how they do.
And there's a lot of like really great people that have joined the Discord within the last month that have signed up for this tournament, so there's going to be a lot of new people that we haven't seen before. Very, very excited for it.
Absolutely. It's been amazing just how fast we've had people coming in recently.
I'm just happy that they want to
Great.
do the tournament. Like, that's the big thing for me. I look forward to these every month. They're a lot of fun, and we have so many players that are just so good at the game. And I like being able to see people join in on the competitive environment, you know, because not everybody gets the opportunity to do that.
Exactly. It's great that we have these monthly opportunities to just let people, if they're interested in trying to enter a more competitive environment, to do so.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to go ahead and see a Garnet. We're going to see an Alonzo. JT is also hovering Alonzo, and it's going to be paired with Lenore potentially, which could be very, very interesting and very difficult to deal with.
Ooh. Alonso Lenore is going to be very challenging to handle, especially with some of these comps being a bit more oriented on sticking together.
There's a lot of strong frontliners, though. I can't believe that we're going to see a Yumin, though. God bless Wind Daddy. Nicolette coming in strong with the Yumin pick. Going to be paired with Garnet. A lot of Garnets this first round, but Yumin Garnet has the potential to be really, really nasty.
There's very high burst potential from the Human Garnet combination, very quick execute potential to turn it into a 1v2 early on into the fight.
Yeah, and that's going to be absolutely disgusting. If they can get that off pretty consistently, they are definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Question is, will the other teams be able to prepare and handle such a attack?
Well, we'll
Only time
find
will
out.
tell.
I know, I was going to say, we'll find out.
Lumia Island's Hyperloop will soon
Lumi
be
has
open.
Tree of Life this game.
Prepare to enter the experiment.
Okay, cool.
Tree of Life Lumi. Alright. Tree of Life is going to be fairly beneficial to most of these comps here.
I was
if
going to
I'm
say,
not
I think
mistaken, with their item
Kiara
choice.
wants to rush Tree of Life first, if I remember correctly.
I'm not very well versed in Kiara, but
I am not either, but I remember playing with some and them being like, give me that tree, and me being like, alright, you can have it.
there's a couple very good skill amp based items I know that require tree. So question is it going to be more focused on maybe getting like a blood cloak for that debilitation damage, or maybe it might be for their SP regen with their shoes?
Lumia
I wonder if it's just going to be early 4-score. Everyone go for an early 4-score. That's how you play this game. Look at the Tia battle. It's already
Oh,
going
the tiers
strong.
are going at it. Where are the happy little trees? I'm seeing a lot of painting. Where are the trees?
I just realized you were making a Bob Ross joke.
I'm sorry. I think I just dated myself
There
a
we
little bit
go.
with that
Somebody
one.
in the chat says Kiara wants to get Holy Orders or Persona as soon as possible. Yep, that's what I figured. I figured it'd be most mages nowadays. I feel like want to go for that 4-score as soon as possible. So not surprised to hear that. But here we go. This is the first bracket, first game, and it's now live.
Time to see how they do.
Everybody's stacked up an alley right now, actually. Tons of people, but
Very
there's also
interesting.
3 different Garnets going on. 2 of them started there. You also have Alonzo over there. Looks like it's JT hanging out.
Indeed. Then we look like we have a little bit of a grouping over in Hotel. That seems like a very common place to go through.
Newman has been so strong since he came out. A lot of mobility with this character. Does a ton of damage, whether he's up close or far away. Can be really, really oppressive and surprisingly tanky. I didn't think that his passive would be that kind of groundbreaking, but it definitely does a little bit. Already have a little bit of Kiara and Kiara action over in stream.
So we do.
Tethering each other, touching each other. Ladies, please. The game has just begun.
Ladies, there will be plenty of time for tethering when it gets to day 2. Get your builds done first. But going back to Yumin and that passive, I never realized just how significant that shield can be. It adds up just with how frequently he can apply it.
Yes, absolutely crazy how much that character has in terms of his kit. Was really surprised that they didn't nerf him a little bit harder. I really thought that they were going to take him down. Looks like Nicolette and Arya are trying to skirmish with each other a little bit in Uptown. But it looks like they backed off.
Both of them are a little trepidatious to dive on one another. Just a little bit of poke from Arya onto Nicolette before they go their separate ways.
Steelergirl using the vision plant in order to get her eyes on Yumin. Looks like she may try to do something here.
Misses the yellow, though. It's a very important part of getting her set up.
Oh, but Yumin's teammates right behind. Steelergirl having a good awareness on that and getting out of the situation. Leaving them probably to take bears right there when they come up here in 13. I am trying to find where Yumin is. There he is.
Where has the Yumin gone? It looks like our teams are all nice and grouped up now. Except for Craving and Steeler. Steeler seems to be a little bit away.
She'll probably go ahead and
farm
for
the forest?
own. I assume that she's going to go ahead and just farm through forest and head up to the Hyperloop there so that she can get back with him.
Most likely.
Team 6 has already taken over beach. They have the farm there, but Team 1 is over in hotel, so there is a possibility for a skirmish there down in beach.
It looks like they might be coming down that way, having cleared out the wild dog spawns down in the bottom of hotel.
Rip that bear on beach. I missed that bear. F in chat for that bear that is gone, and now it's a stupid bloom flower.
I'm so used to that beach bear. Doesn't look like they necessarily want to try and engage this fight just yet. I think they're waiting to maybe get the jump when the objectives come down.
Looks like we're going to have a beach party. Meteorite's going to be in beach and warehouse. Everybody's kind of split up right now. But we definitely have 3 teams kind of near hotel, so it could be the potential for everybody to dive on the objective. Maybe Team 1 will try to go into archery range and farm instead. But definitely a lot of people ready to fight over that hotel tree and that beach meteorite.
Absolutely. Though it looks like we might have a very easy tree acquisition for Team 5 here. No one's over by the Stream Temple area except them. A very nice early head start for them if that's the case, and stays that way.
Arknight trying to get a big engage there, is able to get the stun on Craving. Steelergirl getting the ult off, getting a stun immediately on Arknight. But Bezella returns it. Nice stasis there.
Beautiful stasis out, but unfortunately that's the end of Kiara's ultimate. Oh.
Big damage on Steelergirl, unfortunately.
Big damage. The stun.
Craving is trying to get away. Are we going to see our first
one? Oh my
wow. Goodness. Arknight and Craving are not playing... I'm sorry, Arknight and Bezella are not playing around this time. And if they play their cards right and nobody goes for beach, they're going to have 2 objectives already secured.
Indeed. What a brutal combination, though. The root into stun into root to just pull them out of this tourney so soon.
Team 3 and Team 4 are dangerously close to each other in Uptown.
Will it stay that way, though? Curious if they're going to be
going for the camera.
Looks like they just going to cook.
Sure. Okay. I thought that they were going to be way more aggressive. Fanta usually is pretty aggressive with his teammate when it comes to trying to get onto these objectives.
Very true, though. I think maybe with the noise pings and they're not necessarily certain what's going on.
Oh, absolutely.
Just yet. Also, from the looks of things, they don't necessarily have as much in the way of items as the team they were about to go into. That could make things a little interesting. Actually, whoops, nope, I'm looking at the wrong
They
team. My
gave
apologies.
both
Nope, they're
of
about even.
the golds that team got, Team 6, both of the golds went to Bezella, actually. So that's pretty crazy. Tia's sitting on 2 golds already. That is going to be a team you got to watch out for. Alpha is going to be spawning in school and in warehouse. We have 2 teams in the battle zone in dock. Looks like we may have 2 teams in the temple battle zone, potentially 3.
Possibly. Oh, we have a team dropping into warehouse and dock.
Not enough going on in dock, my guys.
We're going to be seeing a very fun fight here. We got 3 teams, but no, Myth's team's backing out. That leaves 2.
It's smart. They just want to go for the alpha instead.
Get the alpha while these 2 teams are having to duke it out. And they get away scot-free with that. Not a bad idea.
All right, so Team 7 ended up taking up the battle zone up in Temple. Looks like Team 1 didn't want to try to go for it, so instead we're going to see the skirmish down here between Team 3 and Team 6.
Ooh, trying to take the fight against the human in such a narrow area.
What a great way to use the Tia ult to space out the human, but unfortunately it's just too much damage.
And Nicolette save this fight. They're both very low. A lot of damage connecting. Avoids the blue.
This feels like a horrible matchup for Tia. I'm not gonna lie. But it doesn't
It is,
matter.
However.
Oh my goodness. Just goes right on in there. She isn't even afraid. That's nuts.
From full to none in a second flat.
That's right. We still have the alpha up in school. Curious to see what's going to be happening there. Obviously, Team 4 ended up taking that mithril pretty quickly. It looks like they gave it to Kiara. I'm sorry, to... I'm looking at the wrong team. Yeah, they gave it to Kiara. So Kiara's stacked up on 2 right now, which is smart. Definitely want to get that Kiara going as much as possible. She's going to be kind of what eats that team alive. Because Alonso's just going to stand there.
Alonso is going to actually be very, very nice for Kiara's ultimate, pulling them in for an excellent grouping to just give her even more survivability with that lifesteal.
Absolutely. Looks like Team 3 is just going to head straight to school. Try to get that mithril for themselves. They also have a box coming into archery range with nobody there to contest them. They're going to be stacked up on that. We also see that Team 7, Team 5, and Team 1 are kind of hovering around the stream area. There are going to be 2 objectives there, the tree and a box as well.
It looks like Team 1 is currently in the midst of buying. What do they acquire? JT crafting up. What do we have here? We have Centipede's Pauldron coming on. Great choice, great choice. More survivability. Bit of HP negation. Anti-heal.
I'm curious that we went for the glacier shoes first.
I'm curious. Team 7 decided to leave when they're about to have both a box and a tree where they were stationed. Though now it looks like we have Team 1 with a very tasty meteor up into tree into box. Unless Team 5 comes that way, we might see another fight.
I won't be able to see you now.
Team 4 looks like they may try to head in using the vision plant so that they can get an idea as to what's going on. Very, very good. Team 5 and Team 1. JT is going for the tree, but Arya's going for the box. They have eyes on them because of the recon drone. You gotta pick up out of the box, sweetie. There we go. So both of them get away with 1 objective apiece.
And they get out of that box 1 meteor.
Bezella is going to be eating some timer to get the tree out of there. And Team 7 and Team 3 very close to each other over in archery range.
Oh, looks like they're possibly going to meet. Oh, nope, it looks like they might be going to hide and wait. Maybe they're going to buy?
It looks like they're going to clear out the rest of archery range, and then they're going to go ahead and make a purchase there. Team 7 going to go ahead and take these chickens out. Unfortunately, with these duo lobbies, the only problem is that sometimes it's hard for people to run into each other, especially as these tournaments have gone on. Everybody in the Discord has kind of come up with their own strategy on how they want to handle all of this. So you usually will see people kind of farming and playing it a little bit safer, but as the game goes on, they definitely will become more aggressive, especially as the games go on as well. People have a tendency to just light a match under their butts and they just get going.
It normally just takes 1 match and then everyone feels that flame gets that pump and really want to just win it.
Omega's going to be up in Chapel in 40 seconds. Our first objective of the game where you can get additional points in the Eternal Connections tournaments. I do have additional points set up for people because I feel like it's a fun way to get people to fight over objectives. So Omega is additional points, Wiccaline is additional points, and Root Kitting Out is also additional points so that you can get a little bit more for being able to escape. Thank you very much for the follow, Shmoney.
Speaking of fights, it looks like we might be seeing a possible engagement over here in Hotel between Team 3 and Team 4. Over this box that's about to drop. Nope. Looks like I might back off of that. They don't want to try and take that.
Ooh, Silver just walking into the red zone. Oh, because it came back. Okay, I'm simple. Sorry. I was like, what are we doing?
Not to worry.
We've got Team 6 and Team 5 all headed into Chapel right now, and Team 1 is closely behind, but then Team 4 also has teleported in.
Oh, here they come.
This might be a nice big fight. Aya already going over the wall, using the Bloomflower to hop over. Guillotine dropped? What is this guillotine?
Oh, and here comes Silver and Myth from above. We might have a three-way fight here in the chapel.
Absolutely fun. Absolutely
May
exciting
the
to see.
Lord be with these teams because he's certainly not showing any mercy soon.
Team 6 already started on Alpha, having to back off because Fanto and Silver are moving in on them.
Oh, and JT's coming up too.
There they are, just sitting in the wings. If we can get a good pull off of Alonso. Unfortunately, that already pops Alonso passive.
Both teams decide to back up and
wow, Team 4 is just going ahead and starting. It looks like Team 6 is going to go around the corner. Potentially, they may be able to stop this. If they don't, it looks like Team 4 is just going to go ahead and take this for free, which means that Team 4 gets the additional points.
Unimpeded Omega. My goodness, both teams were on either side. They just were hesitant to walk through. Myth and Silver say thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Red box dropped in Beach, going to be picked up by Team 3. It was a Chinese opera mask, and Team 5 is close by. All of our teams are somewhat congested on each other. Team 4 hiding in a bush, trying to make sure that they can get out of there safely. Team 6 is kind of
Team
scouting
3
around.
Looks like they're about to get a jump on Team 5 here. They're waiting in that bush.
It's always like everybody starts doing stuff at the same time. Everybody does it at the same exact time.
They really do. But that's half the joy of this game. You never know when the action happens, and once it starts, it seems to never stop.
Team 4 has a little bit of a skirmish going on right now.
Oh, look at that stun burst.
From now on,
Goodbye to Wolf Hunt. Arya's got a bail right now, but she's running right up into Team 7, who looks like they might be coming down. Is Arya going to try and hide by going up through the beach area?
Smart jump.
Yes.
Very, very smart jump. I would not have done that because I'm not very smart.
Oh, but the question is, doesn't see them go by? It doesn't look like it. No. We find ourselves into another
Nice defensive
fight.
movements by Nicolette in response to the Articue.
Does not look like they're going to commit to that engagement. And I can see why. It seems fairly even on items to both. Though Nicolette with that opera mask is definitely going to give them the edge if it came to that fight against Ripple and Dunn.
A little bit of a skirmish happening in Uptown right now.
Ooh.
Tia ult already out trying to get down onto Ponto, but there goes the Yumin ult, but Ponto goes down unfortunately.
Find
But
anything.
look at the Yumin damage. It's ridiculous.
the longest journey starts.
Why are there so
much
many teams
damage,
at
just
Beach right
not
now?
enough. Ripple
Team
and
7.
Dunn looking like they're gonna wait, hide. Nicolette's backing off to get their teammate back in.
So dirty to wait for the Mutant Bears.
Oh.
Nice big boy ult from JT, trying to keep the 11 in. Able to get back on the
Oh,
11.
no.
They need to get to the Arda in the back.
Why you can't go in there?
Oh, there's Tapanto, able to buy.
Dives right into the next team.
Oh my
Arda
goodness,
goes
that's so
down.
unfortunate. 11's able to get away. She's going to have barely enough time to get out as long as she keeps jumping. Ooh,
Ooh,
so
that
close.
was close.
Unfortunately, to a different team in hospital. We'll see whether or not they choose to be aggressive.
It doesn't look like they're necessarily going to go towards that pig. Which means that is a safe resurrection to bring Arda back into this fray.
Team 6 is absolutely stacked right now. They are completely full build, ready to go. Everybody else is pretty much full. Nicolette is also full build. Everybody else is sitting very, very well. So when we do start getting into these final fights, it is going to be extremely close.
Indeed, and speaking of fights, I think we might see some activity here with Wick. We have 2 teams, and Wick is our next additional bonus point objective.
JT taking a lot of Wick line damage. You're going to have that healing reduction as well because of the Wick line.
I had no idea it also did healing reduction. Good to know.
Yes.
Been playing this game for a while, and I still learned something new.
We have 5 teams all surrounding Wiccaline right now.
It looks like Team 3 is going to initiate. Will they be able to burst Wick in time? It doesn't look like they can before JT joins in.
Oh
now,
my goodness.
Now Myth, everybody's here! Oh my goodness! Ults flying everywhere!
Bazella has slain Wiccaline, giving Team 6... Wow, and they got the blood. And they got the tears. Oh my goodness. So Team 6 gets the additional points.
I learned this from a magazine. It's like looking at an
Unfortunately, Taponta went down, so Nicolette has to back off, but it is day 5, so whether or not he will be able to get to Lumi... Oh my goodness.
Oh no, it looks like Myth and Silver were waiting for Lumi.
Wow,
for
they
this
bought
reason.
from Lumi so that he would go away.
And unfortunately, I think that could be enough money to make Lumi not be able to be purchased from until fought.
Team 6 wiping out Team 1 pretty quickly there. Absolutely crazy. Also have a fight over in Chapel, leading into Uptown between Phantom Myth, Silver, and Ripple and Dunstrel. Look at the 11. The 11 does not care.
11's
She's just
going
diving in
for
there.
it.
Smart for them to back up at this point. Looks like they're going to try to take down Fanta if they can.
I don't think Fanta gets out of this. Otter with the R into E gave enough chase down to let them both catch up.
Leaving us with 2 teams right now on day 5 that are missing a teammate, unfortunately.
Both of them are hiding somewhat near each other.
Bezella with the blood weapon already. I know she just bought blood again. So there's a lot going on in terms of that team. They are very, very stacked, very, very strong.
Absolutely.
can't go in there, right?
Ooh, will Bazella and Arknight check this bush, or does Nicolette? Nicolette stays hidden for now. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Something's not right.
Look how casual.
Unless...
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Why would they do that? We've got 3 teams stacked up on each other. Bezella coming in, trying to get in on Team 7.
Oh, Ripple gets out.
Bezella in a great position to stop them. There's the taunt.
The taunt, but will 11 be able to hold out long enough to survive
movement
damage
from
for Ardo
Ripple.
to do damage? No.
They do have Wick buff, so they are very, very strong. So we will see whether or not Ripple is able to get away. We have Silver just hiding in a bush right there.
Oh my goodness, we have 3 people, 3 bushes, 3 teams with 1. Oh, but Ripple running towards the bush scares Silver out. I think Silver could have engaged there, but is a little hesitant to make the additional noise given the state of these other teams.
God bless you, Nico. God bless you. Everybody hovering in, trying to trigger Lumi. Silver doing a good job there so we can get Lumi started, trying to do what they can to get Lumi live, but I don't think there's going to be enough time. Silver getting caught out by Team 6.
Oh no, the
There's the
stun
root.
into root. Can Kiara hold out just a little bit longer? No, it's not going to be enough.
Unfortunately not. So that's another kill for Team 6.
It looks
knocking
like
out.
Ripple's going to find his way down to Nicolette, who's still in that bush! Lounging away on a cloud like it's his day off or something.
Oh my goodness. What a quick fight there. Team 6 just knocking out Team 5 like it was nothing. They are just so fast at dealing just tremendous amounts of damage. And this should be a very interesting 1v1 between Team 7 and Team 3, but it looks like Team 6 might potentially... Oh, looks like they're gonna stay. I
Team
was
6 is
curious
going
as
to
to
find
whether or
there's
not
a
they were gonna
fight.
try to go over. 1v1 in Uptown right now. Unfortunately, Nicolette has the timer advantage.
Doesn't look like Ripple has necessarily the damage output to contest Yumin here.
Oh my goodness, but what
look
a
at
valiant
that.
effort. Great moving from Nicolette, but what great effort from Arda as well. That was very close there for a second, but unfortunately, that guy does way too much damage with his ult, so...
It's a compliment.
Just such high burst potential. And now the next challenge for Nicolette in his endeavor to try and take the crown is this team of Arknight and Bazette. 3 reds between them, full build.
Look at the guillotines. Guys, this is so sweaty. Stop with the guillotine.
My goodness, it's like we're back in France during the Revolution with that much guillotine.
Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, Tapanto's a little bit behind in their build, but Arknight and Bazella both have blood weapons, which is absolutely massive. So Tapanto's going to take this opportunity to try to get his build going a little bit further. As long as they keep their vision up, there is a strong chance because Yumin does a lot of damage. But look at all the guillotines! Look at them! That's going to stop Yumin if Yumin tries to dive in. But he's going to try
Looks
to play
like
the poke
Yumin's
ward
gonna
right
have
now.
to try and poke. But Tapanto going right in, just weapon mastery just not high enough to be able to
so
do
much
what she
damage,
needs to.
unfortunately.
Oh,
Nice root there. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for Team
ouch!
3,
Bat skill into stun to end things.
leaving Team 6 as the victor for our first game for the first bracket.
これで安心して絵が描けるかも。
Well played, Team 6. Well played.
Chat says you're killing it as commentator, by the way, Biscuit. Give yourself a nice little
Really?
pat on the back.
I'm happy to hear it.
Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I still don't have a screen for this. I promise I will hire an artist and not be lazy at some point. Yes, for the people in the chat that are coming in for the second bracket, good luck in your games, guys. Yes, so we do bracket 1, and then bracket 2, and then bracket 1, then bracket 2, and then we'll do the final game. I don't know why I didn't show you guys the stats. I'm really sorry. I am simple sometimes. So as you can see, Arknight Bazella had got first place. Second place goes to Tapanto and Nicolette. And third place goes to Ripple and Dunstrel. Look at the damage here, boys.
So much damage here. My goodness. That almost 30,000 over here from Bazella. Goodness gracious, those red items really showing their stuff.
That's just Tia. Scary Tia, my guy. So scary. All right, guys. So as I said before, we are going to be alternating. So this is going to be our second bracket. So in this one, we have our higher elo players. So this should be a pretty interesting game. We have the legendary Alnimi. I can't ever pronounce their name. And we have Elusive Orca as well, who goes on 30 different accounts, is a very scary William player. We've got Neo and his brother Cheese Puff. We've got Dogpet Kid. We've got Chabs. We've got Cynthia and Biscuit. We've got Eagle and Pancake. We have tons of people in here that are absolutely incredible players that are going to put on a hell of a show, I'm sure. I'm really excited to see how it's going to go. We are just waiting for Athena to join us at some point. But what a fast first game. Unfortunately, Team 6 just got a huge lead and we're able to just run with it.
Hello. That is okay. I was just outside the window just looking in, being like, please, I just want to join. And yeah.
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
How are you doing? How was game 1? It looked kind of exciting from my POV.
It was crazy. I thought that people were going to be more aggressive, but everybody kind of just let Team 6 kind of run away with the game. So I'm hoping that they learned from that with the second game. Sorry, my husband just came home if you hear that noise. I apologize. But hopefully with the next game, everyone will be far more aggressive, especially for objectives and stuff like that. So we see a little bit more skirmishes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one thing I think is really interesting to consider and take a quick look at when it comes to a duos tournament is that right now we have less players, less teams than normal, meaning there's a lot more space in the map. So these teams should snowball pretty heavy. So scaling characters could also be a really good, interesting option.
Oh, absolutely. That's something I talk about in every single one. I try to remind people there are going to be way more objectives available. So everybody should be extra aggressive for them and try to take what they can.
Exactly. Yeah. And with this year, what do you think would be the most spiciest comp to see in a duos?
Oh, that's hard. I honestly think that Marcus and any other tank right now, like Marcus Darko, that would be miserable. What are you going to do?
Honestly, I have to agree. That or sustained characters like Luke and Sua, I think are also very terrifying characters.
Neo and I did a Charlotte Sua one time in a scrims match, and it was absolutely disgusting. And I felt really bad for doing it.
Yeah, I don't know how you kill that as a duo. I mean, you'd have to have someone play like an ADC. That seems
Yeah.
unstoppable sustain wise.
Yeah, it was absolutely disgusting and definitely was not necessary. I think we are all here. I think we are ready to go. Are you ready, Athena?
I am absolutely ready.
And with that, we're going to be starting second bracket, first game. As I said before, this is kind of our higher elo players, so this should be a little bit more interesting. Definitely have some people in here that I know I have definitely lost to on a regular basis in my ranked games. So excited to see what kind of show they're going to be able to put on for us.
Absolutely. And I mean, we've already got a couple hovers coming in. We do see a Lenny Darko combination here coming from Team 7. We've got the Garnet hover, which we saw several Garnets in the last lobby. You know, everyone considering potentially that high sustain kind of character. Oh, we see the human Garnet hover. We actually got a couple, 3 ADCs currently hovered. I mean, we've got the Aya, Bernice, William.
Everybody's got a really strong front line at this point. This is going to be really fun. This is going to be a good game.
Yeah, this is actually looking like everyone kind of wants to play a single frontline, single ADC. I don't know if you played back during duos when duos was actually a thing, but this is actually kind of common. I remember I played a lot of Estelle and I had a Carla with me, so it was a kind of similar to Team 1 here.
Oh, I bet that was disgusting. I bet you guys just rolled.
We did okay. We did okay. Oh,
my stats say that I played duos, but I don't remember playing duos, so I obviously didn't play very much of it.
Well, it's in your, it's like riding a bicycle. Once you've played duo once, you know, you've always played duos. That's how it works.
That's right.
Lumia Island's hyperloop will soon be open. Survivors.
Also, do you want to screen share there for me?
Oh, absolutely. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're all good. I'm also a little sad that we don't have any like funny team names. We just have, you know, the team and then their numbers.
So we did do that before, and then like the awkward pause of me putting in everybody's team name before the game was really, really rough. Like it was painful. But with the way that we have things set up now, we're probably going to go back to silly team names for the next tournament because the lobbies are being set up for me ahead of time. So if our wonderful coordinators behind the scenes are willing to put in the team names for us, then absolutely we will make that happen.
All right, you guys heard it. We're going to get funny, silly team names.
Survivors, prepare to enter the
So stay tuned at some point in the future for that. Absolutely. So looking at these teams, we've got a couple different interesting options. I genuinely think, like, normally I feel like I would say like the Darko Lenny team from Team 7 here would be a really scary team to watch out for, but I actually think they are in the worst situation since every other team is running an ADC.
Yes, I kind of saw their team and I was like, unless that's ADC Lenny, I don't know what they're gonna do. But I hope, right?
Well, I mean, I want to see it win. I think it'll be good because they're the odd man's out, but every other team just has so much damage. These front lines have to be incredibly careful because if they overstep, they might just get completely obliterated here.
Dog bad kid on AR Aya. That's disgusting. I hate AR Aya right now.
Yeah, and again, because there's going to be so much open space on this map, a lot of these ADCs are going to be able to scale super quickly, which means that we're going to probably see a lot of fights where every single one of these characters is full build. One question for you and your thoughts. What do you think about grouping early versus split farming in this format?
I honestly think that split farming would be a little bit smarter. I actually get really surprised at how often people group up in this game mode because I feel like with there being so many dead areas, because again, less people, there's less teams, I feel like people should take better advantage of that. But I also understand that it could be really scary for your team to split up and you get wiped out really fast because, again, there's one less person. Looks like there's a fight already between Eagle and Cheese Puff over up in Temple. Eagle is just going for it. Cheese Puff goes down, unfortunately, giving the first kill to Bernice of the game.
We do love that first kill early on, be able to stop it before that TP. Unfortunate for Cheese Puff, but Team One eating well now. And yeah, I mean, in this format, every kill is gonna matter a ton. Is the scoring the same here, or are we using different point systems?
So the only thing that I have a little bit differently is in order to encourage people to fight for objectives, I have additional points being given for Omega and Wiccaline. You get 2 points for Omega and 3 points for Wiccaline, if I remember correctly. And then also for root kitting, you have the potential to get 5 points in total if you fight and survive, if another team root kits with you. Otherwise, you just get an additional 2 points for root kitting out. But nobody has done that because nobody wants to root kit out of this game.
Yeah, I actually don't think I have root kitted in like 2 seasons. Like root kitting has sort of just been like phased out of the game in so many ways.
I think the only reason why I did that was because for a while we had a lot of newer players that were trying to do the tournament. Cheese Puff fighting again over in Hotel real fast. Unfortunately loses to Lead Dylin. Probably have to group up with his teammate just so he can get some momentum back going again for him. But yeah, I put the root kitting in for new players so that they would have the option. Sorry, I meant to finish my thought.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I mean, it is interesting because I mean, again, like we mentioned, it's sort of an archaic system. Like it's just not used anymore. So it's nice to have a functionality for it. And we might actually have a team gravitating towards here in Factory. We have the steady shot coming up from the IO. We have a great engage from Cheese Puff, putting up that pressure. Flow knock up onto Chabs. Chabs having to dash away at this point. They're taking a lot of damage, but I don't think we're gonna be able to have any follow up. Wait, we get the blink coming in from Nao into the suppression, into the kill, the execution.
Cheese Puff said, "Why you bully me?"
Yeah, this was Cheese Puff finally like, yeah, you guys thought you were all tough beating me up when I was farming, but now I'm strong.
That was insane. What a wonderful follow-up from Neo just to make sure that they wouldn't get away from them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought they were going to be able to get away, but that blink coming in from Neo really let them get that opportunity to fully fall off. And then Maiden's Embrace coming from Cheese Puff, I was not ready for it, but that execution really helped them.
Over near Alley and Temple, I know that Orca has a tendency to go for Tree first in Temple, so I'm not surprised to see him there. But Team 1 is coming in strong with Eagle and Pancake. Eagle taking the lead, not afraid to walk forward for sure, using the sniper skill to get some sights ahead, knowing that Team 6 is ahead of them.
Yeah, Lee Dylin also knows that they saw the ping. They're waiting for the angle. There goes in with the slow, trying to go into the Bernice, but has to back up here. Looks like we might be playing a front to back as we go over the wall, leaping dash. William goes in with the... I actually don't remember this ability. I don't see enough Williams as we actually get a stun. The explosive will come up for the Bernice. Hallostack comes out, but Pancake's down. Eagle's down.
Oh my god. We have our first team wipe already. Team 6 cleaning up Team 1, but over in Jock, we have another fight right now between Team 7 and Team 4. Neo taking a lot of damage using the Human ult defensively. What a great ult.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fight's still happening there. The spring launcher coming out from the Lenny, trying to keep them away. We actually have Human going into melee, but it's a little too much. Cheese Puff gonna have to walk away at this point. Edgelord chasing. I don't know if Cheese Puff can get away. Is the blast cone up? She might be able to get the speed gate. Yes, she's out.
Great. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna mention that again though. Thankfully, we still have the rules of day 2 and day 1 are safe. You know, Human's gonna come back. No worries there for Team 4. As long as what doesn't happen like Team 1, as long as one of you lives, you're still okay. Yeah. Now, interesting factor here is the battle zones, because do you like most teams are probably not gonna we're not gonna hit 3 teams in a battle zone, meaning there's no force core. So do you gamble the chance at winning a battle zone for free, or do you just go for the alphas? I feel like it's got to be all alphas, right?
Actually, it seems like a lot of times people are hoping for the free objective so that they can get out of the battle zone so that they can go directly to the alpha and skirmish there, which absolutely makes sense. I think last game we had 3 people in a battle zone, which was absolutely insane. We normally do not see that. So I think it comes up to player preference, and especially with this being, again, a higher elo lobby, I'm actually curious to see how many people prio the battle zones and how many people just walk away from it.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. I would personally say I feel like alpha is the play. It's more points, and also as long as you don't know where if you know there's no one there, it's also a free objective with the Mithril for 250 credits, but I mean, we already have a couple teams sort of gravitating, like we see 2 potentially going into Uptown, but maybe they gravitate into Forest. We still got 40 seconds, so plenty of time.
Absolutely. So we're going to have Alpha showing up in Forest and in Factory, I believe. I believe it was Factory. Yes. So we'll see in 30 seconds whether or not people actually are going for it. It looks like we may have Team 3 moving on into the battle zone, but they do have the option to go straight to Forest if they want to. We're going to have 3 teams in Uptown, guys.
Oh no, this cannot be. There's no way we're about to have 3 teams. We don't even have that many teams. Why is everyone in Uptown? Okay, well, we might have a crazy brawl. Yeah, no, everyone's staying. This is going to be a 3-team, over half the lobby in one zone about to brawl it out. We do actually have, what are our team lobbies right now? We've got Team 3, Team 4, and Team 7. So Team 7 about to look at a fight here, as we actually also have the third party coming in from behind. Chab pushing forward, realizing there's a team behind them, does dash in onto the Lenny. Darko goes in onto Dog, but Dog does dash away, uses the blank cartridge onto the intimidating attack and has to E-shift away. Is great spacing, but no, falls down. But now Chab's, okay, gets enough timer from the kill down. Now, we're in a weird situation. Lenny trying to go back for the timer. I think it's actually just going to go freely to Team 4, right?
Unfortunately, yeah, Team 3 is going to go boom, which means that Team 4 is probably going to get this. I don't see Lenny fighting herself out of this situation, unfortunately.
Oh, the ABCs, people.
Team 6 is going to be heading for the Forest Alpha, and it looks like Team 2 is going to be securing the one in Factory pretty quickly here.
Exactly. Yeah, this is what I mean, right? You know, they got to have a brisk, enjoyed day at the beach, taking a nice Alpha in Factory. This team gets to enjoy a brisk walk and taking Alpha in Forest, while there was just a death battle in Uptown for no reason.
Yeah, but it was fun to watch, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
God bless him
That's
for
what we're
doing
here
it.
for.
God bless him.
Absolutely. How are we looking for items right now? What's our item check for these teams?
Looks like Team 2 might be in the lead in regards to items at this point. Looking at 3 items strong on both people. Elusive Orca doing well with 3 items as well. Everybody else sitting on 1 to 2. Doesn't look too bad. The fact that Sanctity already has his dice already is pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's actually 4 items on Chloe right now, which is really scary if any team ends up running.
Oh, wow.
into
Yeah, Sanctity just built right there while I was talking.
That is the team to watch out for. But the question is, will they run into people? Because that's the thing. Right now, are battle zone kills counting? Because right now we have 14 kills on Team 4.
Absolutely. All kills count for points in this game mode. Or at least in this tournament.
Yeah, so 4 and 6, both really well off on kills here, which is really good in a situation where in 5 seconds, deaths could be permanent minus 250 credits on the teams.
That's an expensive boo-boo, I'll tell you what.
Reason why you can't go in there, right?
Team 4 and Team 6 both going for different objectives in the same zone. I'm wondering if Team 6 is going to be aggressive knowing that Team 4 is up there.
That is a good question. I mean, it's so hard to say because, like, you know that there's a team there because you've seen the objective disappear, but it's now a question of, like, does that team ever even try to fight you? They might just go and take all the farm, and then you're just now walking over all the cleared farm.
Zone, yeah.
Yeah.
This is usually what happens when we get to the mid-game. Oh, okay, they're fighting Lumi. I got really excited for no reason. This usually is what happens, unfortunately, when it comes to these duos, because, again, we do have less than full stacks of teams. It ends up with people kind of farming a little bit when it comes to the mid-game. Everybody just trying to get their gear up as high as they can because they all want to have good fights when it comes to the late game.
Exactly. Just think it's like farming, you know, in League of Legends. Okay, we're in the laning phase right now. We're at the boring part of the game.
It's still important, though. It's still very important for you to keep your money going and get your gear up there. I think Sentia is about to finish his build.
Yeah, this actually might be, honestly, Team 2 will probably be on the hunt now. Like, they should be looking for fights right now, especially because it just hit day 3. It's incredible to think that they are on 10 items right now. They should just be, like, looking to run down teams and trying to find fights. Like right now, I mean, looking at Team 4, they have 2 items on human. If they go against another team, it's just a stat check at that point.
Looks like we have Team 3 and Team 4 hovering near each other. Looks like they may be coming up from Fire Station up to Police Station to see whether or not they want to do this fight. Omega is going to be popping up in Fire Station here in 30 seconds, though, and that's going to be our first objective that gives you additional points. Oh, a shiny drop.
Yeah, so with the Omega, that means like that's exactly where we expect like Team 2, and we see Team 2 creeping up behind right now as well in Fire Station. This team knows there's someone around, and I guarantee that they are blood hungry, as Burnt Biscuit might see Dog Pat Kid. Yep, we do see it, but we actually back off. We're not looking for a fight, which is very strange to me. I feel like we should definitely be...
Sentia has a bit of a reputation in the Discord. So I understand why they're walking away.
Oh, okay. I don't know what the reputation is.
Sentia is horrifying on that character. So scary, so strong, so clean, so patient. I can't believe how smart this guy plays, and it's honestly amazing if you get the chance to really watch him in tense situations, how patient he can be, where a lot of people would want to just dive in and be aggressive. He will sit in the red zone, he will press X and make sure that he is back to full health before he even tries to re-engage, and it's amazing how much restraint he has when it comes to finding the right moments to go back in on a team.
Well, that is definitely incredible. I cannot wait to see that in action here. Well, looking at these other teams, though, I mean, everyone's sort of... We're getting Claymores. Wait a second. I don't know if you noticed there, but Team 2 just made Claymores on Debbie Marlene.
Did they really?
Yeah, they just used that Force Core to make remote mines. Oh, gosh. Okay. We are so fed. We are making remote mines at this point.
I'm waiting for the guillotines. Let's see the guillotines, guys. Give me that C4.
All right, this is their first team that's currently now cornered because we see the pings. It's red. We might actually have our first encounter here between Team 4 and Team 2. They're looking. Oh, the recon drone.
What a good way to hide. Wow, so
No!
sneaky.
Oh, they missed it. They actually got away with it.
So smug. So dumb.
Oh, wait, the ward.
Wait a minute. They weren't patient enough. Nina trying to come in. Unfortunately, couldn't get the knockup. What is that guillotine? I told you we were going to see them. I told you.
Oh, they're so spicy. And yeah, I would absolutely be like, nope, I don't want any of this. Let's take the red. Let's get the heck out of here. And wise choice there from Team 4. I wouldn't want to face Team 2 at all at this point.
Look at how much they put down. Look at the 2 remote mines, the guillotines. Oh my goodness. Absolutely ridiculous. But over in Factory, it looks like Team 6 and Team 7 are close by each other. Maybe potentially fighting over this box.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Will they get it? No, they're not going to let that happen, as we do actually see the spring launcher come out from the Lenny. Lee Dai-Lin going up onto Darko, trying to put a little bit of pressure. We do get the stun. And no, they're going to have to just give up the box. William going to gladly just take that.
Everybody's so respectful. William getting attack skill from that. Don't know how much help that will help everybody. Actually, he has electric shift right now, so that would be very helpful for him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that I believe that the change now, it's just longer duration and a slightly increased range, I believe.
Any kind of range, I think, would be good for William. That guy's nuts. That character's bonkers.
Okay, Team 4 does see Darko. We don't get an engage, though, but we do have them hovering for a fight. Actually, we have a fight happening right now between Team 2 and Team 3, if you want to switch over the camera. We do actually see them in red right now. Wow, it looks like Senatia is actually almost dead, but no
Nina
one
took
dies.
a lot of damage there. Was able to pull away so that he could get a little bit of health back on Nina. Going to be taking the cam again, trying to keep eyes on him to see whether or not he can be safely sitting down so he can re-engage again. Good ward out there for Biscuit.
Yeah, and looks like we have another brawl happening. If you can see Team 4 and Team 7. Neo actually getting heavily focused right now by the Lenny and Darko. The intimidation tactic brings him down. Cheese Puff just going to have to walk away at this point.
Unfortunately, Neo got a little too separated, so they were just able to dive on him pretty quickly, which is kind of the problem I feel like that is kind of the advantage I think Team 7 has. They are just able to get on somebody and never let go of them, which if they're able to isolate somebody like they just did, that's absolutely disgusting.
No, certainly. And I think that's their main benefit, right? Is get onto one target, instantly blow them up and move it through there. And we do actually have our first kill from Team 2. Looks like they took down Chabs here, and Dog Pet Kid had to get away.
Wiccaline is live right now, going through Research Center. Gonna see whether or not she's gonna go up through Pond or whether she's gonna be heading over to Cemetery through the Research Center. But yep, it looks like she's gonna be heading over to Cemetery right now.
Yeah, we'll have to see what team decides to take this here. We also get Cheese Puff gets the buyback on their teammates, so Team 4 back in the game. Chabs also gets bought back in hospital. So every team back together. A little bit of credit loss, but no big deal. as Team 6 going to pick up this wick line. No one to contest them. As, Burnt Biscuit dashing in here, looking to put some pressure. We do actually look for the knockup from Chloe. Doesn't land. No, lands onto Chad. We get the twin rush miss, though. Dog Peckett actually goes directly in, but it doesn't matter there as we get the flame rush coming in from Chabs. Chabs does get 1 kill, but he's at 1 HP. Can he get away? No.
That lifelink coming in so strong for Chloe. Absolutely huge. Team 6, though, sees that something's going on over there, so they're going to be looking to move in. They do have Wicked Line buff, so that is going to be a lot of damage on their end, but Sentia is already trying to retreat. But Team 4 is just in the wings coming down from stream. That could be a huge pinch for our Team 2, sorry.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Team 2 is in a really bad spot here as, they're about to walk directly into Team 4. Team 4 goes in with a dash onto we actually have Flo, but it doesn't land. Chloe trying to run. Signature fireball coming out from the William. William dashing in onto Chloe. Does take down Chloe. Burnt is down. No, it's not. The third party was just too much.
Unfortunate. Team 2 goes out. What a great blink, though, to try to get away from Sentia. Unfortunately, Team 6 was just way too aware and way too ready for that type of mobility.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Team 2, they looked like they were going to be the strongest team in this lobby, but only 3 kills at this point. Looking at Team 4, 6, and 7, I mean, it's really anyone's game at this point. Team 7's shown that they're a force to be reckoned with. They've smashed up Team 4 before, and Team 6 has been doing surprisingly well with the top lead with 5 kills right now.
Looks like they're going to try to be aggressive here, Team 7. Unfortunately, not able to get the hit on Cheese Puff to get that nice little slow going on.
Yeah, but we are looking for the angle. I don't think Team 4 wants any of this smoke. Cheese Puff trying to be a little scared, but does actually get spring launched back in by the Lenny. Lenny doesn't miss the stun, but we do get the bat skill coming in here. Now they're trying to go on to Human. Human does activate Flow defensively, gets the knock up onto the Lenny. Lenny does get CC rooted. I think she might go down here. No, she pistol skills away from Cheese Puff as we do actually get Cheese Puff getting the kill onto Lenny. Human dashing away, trying to keep space away from Darko. I don't think Darko can get this at this point. He lost his teammate.
What a
we don't get the knockback.
heave.
Ooh,
The arcane skill. Oh my goodness, disgusting. Wonderful mobility there from Neo. Great play in terms of his defensive capabilities. Was able to stay away from the Darko long enough. I really thought that Darko was going to eat him after he got that E skill off, but what wonderful disengage from Neo.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was expecting Neo to go down there to the Darko at that point, and then it was just going to be a battle between Garnet and Darko. But no, Neo was able to space it just perfectly, utilizing that dash and just keeping himself slightly out of range.
They're going to be purchasing over here with the remote kiosk. I'm curious to see whether or not Team 6 will be coming in swinging. They have Wick buff, so it probably would be in their best interest to go after them. So we'll see whether or not they're kind of known for being an aggressive team, though. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just beelined in on there, seeing the pings.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see it either, especially because they are pretty strong right now in items. But at the same time, we've got 9 seconds left. Zones can change and they can just take the fight in Chapel because I'm pretty sure Wick Line's just about to disappear on them. It should be only up for a few more seconds, I believe, at this point.
Yeah, it's gone at this point.
And
Oh, they already know they are moving to the next zone. They are ready for the next fight.
Yeah, Team 4 is going to have to be the aggressors, going to need to push on to point. It's going to be, I think, all up to the melees here, right? Like, Lee Dai-Lin, if she can get on to Human with William, I think they have a really good shot at this. But we'll have to see how Cheese Puff plays it as the melee for Team 4 to be able to hopefully maybe could create a peel.
Already putting out the guillotines to get some space for William. So smart, able to get away. So much damage on Garnet immediately. Human ult comes out. Unfortunately, it connects, but it doesn't do any damage in regards to taking down William.
Yeah, this ADC damage too strong, and there we go. Lee Dai-Lin getting the final kill there, showing us that Team 6 is a force to be reckoned with. The Lee Dai-Lin-William combination.
Absolutely ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, I had a feeling that it might go that way. They are just so strong, and playing against them myself, they have such wonderful synergy, and Orca is so good at positioning himself safely, able to just deal out massive damage while still being able to outplay his opponents expertly.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, Lee Dailin may not be good in threes, but she was the solos master, and in duos, she is a force to be reckoned with. A character that is so strong and being able to take a lot of fights easily.
Absolutely. I'm actually really happy to see a lot of Lee Dailins coming out in these duos tournaments. I love being able to see them, especially because I know right now in squads they are struggling so badly. So in first place, we have, I'm going to pronounce his name wrong again, Alninmi and Elusive Orchid 6. In second place, we have Neo and Cheesepuff 44. And in third place, we have I'm a Butt and Edgelorn Main. Successfully ending our first game for our second bracket. Man, I am hoping that everybody comes out swinging this game. Was definitely a good show these first few games, but I think we also had a lot of people that haven't played in the tournament before participating in the tournament this time. Great to see a new rotation of people, but I don't think that they were as thank you very much. I don't think they were as aggressive as we've normally seen the tournaments be, and I wonder if people are just scared to be aggressive because they're scared of going out early. So very, very curious to see whether or not people will be more aggressive this time around. For sure.
I think it might just be a matter of the fact that all the players were just a little bit cool coming into things, so now that they're a bit more warmed up, we might be seeing a bit more action in the bullpen this time around.
Oh, I'm hoping so. I want to see everybody murder everything, everyone.
Unfortunately, we're a couple days past the super spooky holiday. However, is there ever not a time for murder party?
That's right. That's right. In the honor of spooky being just like a few days ago, let's get spooky with it, y'all.
Speaking of spooky, I see something scary in my eye. I see a Vanya.
Paired with an 11 is going to be absolutely disgusting. If 11 can get a good taunt off, Vanya's going to be able to get a free sleep off on that.
Haunting to sleep. Youch. That's just a bad recipe altogether for the more melee-based comps.
Our Garnet teams are going to be sticking on Garnet. Looks like she's kind of a crowd favorite in the Discord right now. I'm surprised. I feel like I haven't seen too many Garnet since her release. At least not as much as I thought that I would. But definitely she is coming in strong here. Looks like Silver and Fanta are going to be switching it up. Instead of Alonso, they're going to be having Darko instead. JT is going to be pulling off Marcus, and Ervo is going to be playing Camilo. Sorry again, my husband is working on stuff outside, so you're going to hear my ring go off every once in a while. I apologize.
Life happens. Not to worry. Seeing a lot of very just dive intensive teams here. Very curious to see how that's going to go. I'm especially curious about Team 1 here with the Camilo and the Marcus, because that is double melee when most of these teams have at least some form of ranged ADC material.
Yeah, I feel like JT is pretty good at getting in on people, so I don't think that the range is going to be too much of a problem. But when you have Tia in the lobby, and you have Chloe, and you have Rio, there's a lot going on there.
They can just pump out so much damage while keeping their distance.
How cool you are?
I'm very curious to see how they're going to handle that situation.
There's so much CC there. I feel like if they can just get a good Marcus flip, that they're going to be able to style on anybody that comes their way, as long as they're able to get the kind of the drop on them.
Though JT starting with the flower bonk into the wall. Uh-oh.
That's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. But such is life. These things do happen.
Definitely Team 7 is the scary one for me. Though I do understand that Team 6 was what won us this last game with their fantastic combination in terms of damage and CC. Absolutely, Arknight was a wonderful oppressive force, and Bazella was just able to drop so many things so quickly. It just was absolutely incredible to watch the Tia reflexes kick in.
Bazella was putting out numbers like it was nobody's business. And just the combination of different crowd controls was absolutely devastating to see. Question is, though, can they keep up that kind of energy and tempo in this next game? we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, JT unfortunately missing it. Urbo going in with the blink, trying to catch Arya, but unfortunately Arya's going to be able to get away. Rio can be slippery if she wants to be. Phantom and Steeler fighting right now in Warehouse, though. Steeler definitely getting the upper hand, gets the yellow, gets the red. There's the root. I'm sorry, not the root. It's a different chip.
Oh, here comes a lot more. Oh, Myth accepts their fate, it looks like.
Yeah, Myth is a little behind on his build right now, so he was trying to just grab whatever items he could just to kind of keep going. Steelergirl securing an early kill for herself in Team 2.
So
Arya
Hi-Ho
finally
Silver
getting
coming in with the
caught.
activity. Steeler's in trouble.
Estelle ult coming in strong.
Craven coming to save the day.
Sorry, there was
Steeler
another
going
fight
to
happening
cover
over in school right there. Nicolette was able to take down Arya. Unfortunately, she got caught out. But it looks like Team 2 and Team 4 are still going to be skirmishing around each other. Tapanto caught over on the side. He is trapped between the two teams. What are they going to do? Jenny is coming in. But I fear it might be a little too late, especially with the other team behind. Just farming bears, they do not care.
They have their priorities straight, getting that mastery up, getting anything they need.
Oh, Tia,
Because it looks like
unfortunately
these other
missing the
teams
yellow
will take
there.
care of the matter.
Everybody being really respectful. Silver going in for the dive. Nina trying to get a connection. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. Steelergirl going back in. Massive damage to Nina.
Oh no, not Nina. Looks like these two are going to back out once again. Thankfully, it doesn't look like we'll have any eliminations, knock on wood, on day 1.
First meteorites are going to be dropping in archery range and in dock, putting Team 2 in a pretty good position, but Team 4 and 7 are nearby. They can choose to turn towards it if they don't want to go for cemetery.
It looks like we might see some activity here at the chapel again.
Ripple just walking on up, even though 11 is not exactly nearby, but 11 dives in with her E. Silver going to be trying to get engaged. Big
Look at all
ultimate
that
from
damage,
Phanto.
but 11 is going down.
Big sleep from
Sleep
Vanya.
to escape, but Nina's just tanking through it.
And there goes 11. Slippery as always. She's going to be able to get away from that.
And it looks like up in Temple, we're about to see Team 3 and Team 5 duke it out for this tree. Both teams are currently clearing the bears up there, or on second thought, never mind. Team 3 is going to wait a little, because it looks like Tapanto's a bit behind Nicolette.
Jenny going to go ahead and use her Q to try to get a little bit of damage out there. Unfortunately,
Wolf
she's
Hunt
going to get
catches.
hit, even though Jenny is slippery. We'll see what happens. Able to get that ult off, get a big charm off on Arya, but
Pulls
the bear
Arya
is
in.
also involved.
The bear is the honorary third teammate in this endeavor. We got a nice little Garnet standoff going on here, but Wolf is able to recover to full. But I think they're going to have to get out of dodge if they want to keep their team in this game.
Nicolette just going to be going for it. We have a team fight going on over in Factory right now. Looks like they're going to be fighting over this this meteorite. Steelergirl being able to take down Phantom Myth pretty quickly there. Unfortunately, Craving went down, but Silver was able to escape. We'll see who
Silver
got
gets the
it.
meteor and gets away. What are they going to make? Ah, here comes the racing boots, getting more of that crit out of the way.
Over in archery range, we have JT fighting off against Arc-Knight and Bazella. Irvo trying to come in. We have the Tia ult already down. Big stun, double stun.
Big stun. Oh my goodness, into blue. Youch, so much damage.
Wow, and unfortunately that means that Team 1 is out. Team 6 securing their first kill. I'm sorry, first team wipe of the game.
Man, what a wipe it was.
Tree
Just so
is
much
still-
crowd damage.
Still live in Cemetery. It looks like we're going to have 3 teams heading for it. Team 5 looking like they're going to be taking the jump pad over. Team 2 up behind Team 4. Using Nina to try to space out Steelergirl. There comes the arrow
Steeler
skill.
is
There comes
dangerously
the
close to
Steeler ult.
everyone. Oh no, Steeler's in trouble. Steeler's down. Now it's up
Unfortunately, the
to Estelle to get out of here. Run, Craving, run.
Unfortunately, the Estelle ult was just a little bit behind. Wolf Hunt trying to push them back. They want to make sure that Rio gets this tree. They want the objective. They want to push her further ahead.
Rio gets the tree, but now the question is, are they
Oh,
going to try and get up
so
to pawn to
greedy.
do something with it?
Craving trying to get Steelergirl up was kind of a greedy play there. Now he has to run for his life, trying to get away from Phanto, but Estelle has so much mobility, should be able to get away from this pretty quickly. If she can get her E-dash off, which should be up here.
Silver
Yep.
using ult to get Nina to chase down a little bit quicker to try and get that damage. Not enough.
We're going to see
Looks
people
like Craven
heading...
gets out.
We're going to see people heading towards the Alphas. We have one on dock and one at Hotel. Team 7 and Team 6 just hanging out over there in Hotel. Both are going to be moving towards it. Bazella has already started Alpha, leaving Arknight to kind of watch the back. They do have a camera back there, though, so smart movement from Bazella, moving the Alpha into the building so
I
that
see
they
a
can't get
battle
any
zone
scene.
fight at pawn between 5 and 3. Wolfhunt taking a serious beating here. Will he be able to outstand this damage? No, he goes down. It's up to Arya, but Arya's going down to timer in 2 seconds. Hang in there. Gotta take Nicolette down.
Wow,
No!
such good damage, too. I believed in Nicolette there if the timer hadn't have popped him.
One more second and they could have kept things going, if I'm not mistaken.
Team 6 is going to be chasing down Team 7 in archery range. We'll see whether or not they end up catching up. Looks like Team 6 is actually going to back off and head over to kill the bears instead in school, which is smart. Team 7 going to go ahead and get their purchases going.
Looks like Nicolette and Tapanto here are going to farming on these mutant boars, do a bit of cooking while they're at it, recover all the food they spent during those engagements.
11 already has her Ghost Bride, which looks pretty good. Vanya going for heel cut right off the bat. Bazella already having the Holy Orders, though, and that's absolutely massive.
Ooh. And don't forget Arknight already coming in with the bunny hat and the Clodach ring, which is
Oh my
a
God.
very interesting decision. It works quite well. The max HP, skill amp, and healing power all work very well for Garnet's kid.
Nobody wants to fight that character now. That character's
No.
oppressive now.
Absolutely brutal to go against. It's just going to be a question of will they have the damage to bring down the beast before Bazella can finish the job?
Team 6 going to collect all the credits from Lumi. They should be able to buy some more gear for themselves. Tia sitting on 278. Arknight definitely able to make a purchase here. Let's see what they go for.
Ripple
Gonna be
having the
getting
good fortune
attack
to find a
skill.
tree from a wolf drop.
Vanya getting a weapon there. We're going to see everybody fighting for this tree right now. I'm sorry. There's going to be one person going over for the tree in stream. I got confused by the 11 thinking that was another team.
Go in there.
But Team 4 and Team 2 are hanging out in Chapel, but Team 4 is split up right now. Looks like Phanto has pulled away so that he could purchase something. Looks like he has a tree on him right now.
It looks like both Silver and Myth decide to split up in order to cover more ground to get the box spawns in both Chapel and Warehouse.
Smart. Very smart.
A bit bold given how close they were to the team of Steelergirl and Craving. But it looks like it will pay off for the time being.
Starting to see some really, really big items on people.
The first big team fight we get into is going to be very interesting to watch. Though I'm very curious, it looks like Tapanto has a few more items than the ADC of Nicolette here. But Nicolette with the Holy Orders, I think that may balance things out with their items.
Absolutely huge. Jenny getting her weapon and getting her Holy Orders puts her in a really good spot. She's one of those characters that kind of feels like she needs a few items to get going. Going to try to maneuver away from the Tia, but takes so much damage in the process. Tapanto doing what he can to try to be a wall for him, but Arknight absolutely has the item advantage right now. Tia using the ultimate
into the ult.
using it to space out the Jenny so Jenny can't get in and has to retreat. And unfortunately, it is day 3, so that is a 250 team buyback right there, which is absolutely huge. Team 5 and Team 7 are nearby, so it looks like Jenny's going to be able to purchase there, no problem. Hopefully, the Team 5 and Team 7 won't come in while they are trying to heal up, and it looks like they're going to go into the red zone in order
They've
to
been
run
driven
away.
back into a corner. Panto and Nicolette can get out of this, though. Now Arya
Oh, goodness.
is kind of in a bit of a pickle here, burning timer along with Wolfhunt. Ooh, 7 seconds left on the clock. That's not going to give them much room to work with here should something come up.
They don't realize that they're running after Team 3 right now.
So maybe The killing of the
actually,
chickens here might
that
give them
totally
the ping
gave
they
me an
need.
indication. Absolutely.
Oh, and they just started muting dogs. I think that's
Jenny
definitely what they
taking
need.
way too much damage from that, unfortunately. If they were
Do
going to
they
go
push for it?
in, now would be the time. I am clicking the wrong people. Where the hell is Jenny? There she is. They're
Meanwhile,
able-
down in the stream, it looks like we're about to have a 3-way brawl. 4-way? Oh my goodness.
Oh, they all want the box. Craving has popped the box. The flare is up. We've got 50 seconds for them to survive for the box to come down. Steelergirl getting hit by the taunt, able to reposition. Gonna not be in the Vanya ult. And
Here comes
unfortunately,
the ult from Tia. Great. Oh, doesn't connect with the taunt. 11 so close with that. Dives back in.
11 popping her ult so she can get some sustain going, but Steeler and Craving are doing a really good job of spacing them out.
They're doing such a good job of keeping distance.
They said, no, this is my box, I don't care. But Team 3 is in the wings. I'm curious as to whether or not they will be aggressive for this box as it's heading right into their territory.
Meanwhile, we have a fight for Omega here at stream starting to take place. Myth trying to dive onto Bazella, but gets pulled back by Arknight. Silver laying waste into Arknight, downs him, but caught in the Tia ult. Will they be able to catch Bazella in time? Myth is going for it, but gets rooted, stunned. Oh my goodness,
So much damage. That was so clean.
Holy cow.
That was just bop after bop after bop. Bazella knew how to play that fight. Silver doesn't care. Is going to be trying to get his teammate up. Is able to get
Using
Phantom
the
Myth
Omega
up.
to block the Tia paint throw along with Nina.
Team 5, unfortunately, is going to be right behind Bazella. What is Bazella going to do?
No. Bazella's got a tough choice to make. I think their best bet is to run down towards
Wow.
Cemetery.
I can't
Hits the
believe
flower.
Team 5
I
did
think they
that.
get out. They make it out.
Let's move carefully.
They're going to have Gold
And-
Cube available for them and a Meteorite there in hospital if they can get their teammate back pretty quickly. So they should be able to still be able to recover from the situation.
Hopefully, Team 4 secures the Omega, and it looks like Team 3 and Team 2 up in Gas Station are about to clash for this Meteor. How does it go? Nicolette caught out alone. Tapanto, where are you? Oh no, the unanswered execution.
Steelergirl playing that extremely clean, made that look effortless.
Panto using the ult's route to try and buy a little bit more time to get away.
Time to prove we're the
Sticks it to Lumi, but doesn't have enough to get them back.
A fight in hospital
Oh,
right now,
no.
unfortunately. It looks like Bazella's going to be chasing down Phantom Myth. They were able to turn the tides on them on this fight, taking down Silver pretty quickly. Unfortunately, that was kind of the time before that fight when they took down Arknight that they probably should have tried to pressure in Bazella. That was probably their best chance because the more items that Arknight gets, the harder it's going to be for everybody to try to take them down.
Exactly, and Arknight's already in a very decent spot with just those 2 golds to keep them going.
Phanto tried to jump the gas station in order to try to get his teammate back, but unfortunately he's pushed into a corner.
Do they see him?
Yes, they see him.
Uh-oh.
They're gonna let Phanto walk away, but Phanto's gonna be walking right into Panto. So this could be a 1v1 scenario. We'll see who can make it to police station first.
It looks like Tapanto's taking the long way, and I think Myth's gonna make it first.
There must be a reason.
Just in time for the zone to open back up. You'd love to see that when you're trying to get your team back. Oh no! Arya is gone down at hospital. Arknight and Bazella finishing off Team 5.
Unfortunately,
weren't
I
able
missed
to get
that. I
Wolfhunt back.
apologize, chat.
I was a little late to the party myself. I was very curious to see if Myth managed to get out or not. I was very invested in his survival there.
Wickeline is going to be heading into hospital, which is going to be giving Team 6 more points in regards to... because this is uncontested at this point. Team 7 is moving in. Lumi is also moving in. Watch out for Lumi. We'll see whether or not Team 7 can get there in time. I don't think that they will. Bazella and Arknight are just shredding down Wickeline, which means they're probably going to be the ones securing the extra points, and there it goes.
The extra points have been secured. Bazella's full build. Arknight, I think, is about to make a blood. What do we see coming in here? Oh, making blazing dress. Oh, and there's the Heart of Dawn coming in with Tia here and Bazella. That is going to be a menace for the teams to deal with now. Not that they already weren't, just that much harder to bring down. Meanwhile, over in Gas Station, we have Steeler and Craving finishing their farm on bears. But it looks like we're going to have Team 4 and Team 3 maybe come to a head here.
Team 7 right there. 11 already coming in. Unfortunately, overshoots it. I don't know if 11 was aware that they were there. I would think so with the camera, but they just guessed wrong, unfortunately.
Unfortunate.
Big fight over in Gas Station right now. Steelergirl dropping her ult, able to get the root on Garnet. Garnet taking a lot of damage. Bazella trying to get the damage off on Steelergirl. Steelergirl has to run away, uses the bat skill in order to knock Bazella back. They're gonna clean up Arknight. It is day 5. This would be huge. Oh my goodness.
That is critical. Oh no, run Bazella. I don't think... Oh, the flower bop. Going back into the fight though, now that they took down Steeler, but the question is, at half health, can they bring Craving down?
Craving trying to scare off
Craving trying to
Tia.
position.
But unfortunately, Bazella just has great mobility. He's going to try to finish off Steelergirl. Fanto and Silver are nearby. The ult gets dropped. The stun is on Estelle.
Oh my goodness!
Bat skill to get them back. Estelle's going to ult, try to save herself. This is going to be
close.
big damage.
Whoa!
Oh
Estelle,
my goodness,
just
so
barely.
close. I
The
really
blue
thought
into
Estelle
yellow
had
for
that.
extra chunk of damage, enough to bring it down.
Unfortunately, they're going to try to get Lumi triggered so that they can buy their teammates back without having to hide for the final zone. Craving hiding in the corner. Dunstrel missing. Ripple coming in. This is the team to beat. If they can take down Bazella, that would be huge. Look at all the damage. Manages to miss the sleep. Oh my goodness.
No.
Everyone be a Tia player.
Bazella going on a tear here. I don't think 11 has enough to keep it going.
Unfortunately, she's going to pop her ult to try to sustain. She has to get away. 11 is a fantastic tank in terms of positioning and being able to taunt people to her. She's wonderful sustained, but she lacks in the damage department, unfortunately. So at this point, Dunstrel has to run away. Lumi has been triggered, but unfortunately, you got to wait for Lumi to make his rounds before you can do anything else. And Team 4 is just hanging out right now. They're trying to pick off Tapanto, who's caught up by himself.
Going for the root kit. Good idea. The extra points if they can successfully escape here. And since they will be the last team able to escape with said root kit, it's just a question of, can these other teams try and stop it before she gets away? And it doesn't look like they will.
Extra points for Dunstrel and Ripple, always a good thing to go for. Which leaves Bazella off in their own zone. If they don't go after her in Gas Station, she is going to get Arknight back, which is going to be absolutely huge. Because Arknight is scary. Horrifying, even. And especially combined with Bazella, who just plays Tia so clean and is able to pump out so much damage. It's absolutely insane. So we'll see whether or not Phantom Myth and Silver are going to be aggressive or if they're just going to sit there in their zone. I've been seeing a lot of people not being nearly as aggressive as I think they should be in this tournament so far this time around. And I wonder if people are starting to be a little too respectful of their opponents.
We need a little bit of that grudge, a bit of that grime, a little bit more grit and determination. Get nasty with each other. Show them who's boss. You're here to win.
Arknight does come back, which means that they're going to be fighting over an alley. We will see Arknight and Bazella are going to be taking zone dominance first. Silver going to be shooting at that recon drone, trying to get some sights on it. There goes the camera into the bush to make sure nobody can cheese, but there go the double guillotines as well. Silver trying to get that knockup, able to get
Beautiful
big
hit from
damage.
Nina, but the dive from Arknight, Silver's got a bail, uses ult to survive, I think.
Yeah,
Myth
that's
took
crazy.
the ult from Arknight though, so that's going to keep Silver going a little longer.
Darko able to get Arknight back, trying to get the dive on Bazella. Unfortunately, going to be taking a lot of damage, but there comes the Tia ult. Nina is down, so they need to kind of back off for a second, wait for Nina, try to reset, let them do it.
Drops are down. More guillotines.
So many guillotines, guys. I've never seen so many guillotines.
If I had $1 for every guillotine in this match, I could pay off my student loans.
Correct.
Cameras are gone. Oh, catching guillotines, though.
So many guillotines, so many cameras, playing so defensively, so smart from Bazella and Arknight. They do not want to
I
give
know they
this
have the
up.
time.
Silver trying to get an engage in, unfortunately a little too
no.
aggressive.
Silver gone.
Which leaves Phanto to
No,
have to 2v1.
Silver lived through Arknight's ult.
Unfortunately, Phanto is not going to be able to do anything, especially against the bat stun against the wall. There goes the Tia ult, and unfortunately, that is going to be another clean victory from Team 6.
Well played to Arknight and Bazella. I saw something at the end there with how Arknight dove onto Silver that I didn't even think was an interaction. Because of Chloe's ultimate allowing Nina to share the HP pool and both have to be at 0 for you to die, she was able to survive Garnet's ult.
That was ridiculous. It survived a lot longer. I think Phanto was just a little too aggressive in trying to get the Tia in the background. Definitely the way that they won the first fight against them is they were able to take Arknight down first, which I think is the right way to do it. I know that seems counterintuitive, but if Arknight is not dead, then you're just going to have to deal with way too much CC, and Tia is so slippery. Once she ease away, I feel like that's your time to be aggressive. But with that, we have, I'm trying to get the points for everybody. Let me pull up the damage for you to see if I can get our scorekeepers to give me the points.
Bonjour.
Hello, welcome Athena, welcome back.
Hi. It's good to be back, and I'm excited to see our teams because I actually believe, if I heard correctly, we did not have one of our goats in the last lobby.
Yes, I had no idea what happened there, but Steelergirl is right. This is just a for fun tournament, so please nobody get mad. I try my best to stay on top of everything, but there's a lot of moving pieces behind the scenes, and I have never run tournaments before what I've done for this Discord, so there are a lot of mistakes sometimes, but I appreciate everybody being patient. This is kind of just a for fun thing, so I hope everybody just enjoys themselves, and I apologize if there's any miscommunications on my end in terms of people getting skipped or anything like that. It is not intentional. It is not a mean thing. I'm just kind of a mess. So thank you guys for being patient.
Yes, well, hey, I'm excited to see Team 5. I mean, you know what? Maybe they can still make it in the top 4. You know, I wouldn't count them out. We've got, Temper and Johan's Juice. So, I mean, I'm excited to see how they perform in our bracket 2 game 2.
Team 5, Johan and Temper played last time, and they were the ones that ran away with it. Absolutely a formidable force. Johan's Juice is a fantastic Johan player. Temper is such a clean Tia, so I don't know why we have 30,000 Tia players in the Discord. I feel like we have all of them in my Discord right now, but they all are very, very good and such a delight to watch.
Well, also, I mean, Tia is just a fantastic pick for this format. So it just works out that, they enjoy Tia, and Tia also works really well. She's got lots of damage, good burst, good sustain, good mobility. I mean, what's wrong? What else do you want?
We are just waiting for Jester to join in. He is finally done. Our water is back on in the house. Thank my husband for being a handyman so that we can get this going with him being our scorekeeper for the last 2 games.
Huzzah! We always love to hear that. That's always good. That's always good.
You are correct. We also have all the Chloes. I don't know why we have Chloes and Tias, but we do.
We also have Chloe. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, in saying this here, do you think that there's going to be any matchup swaps? Do you think we're going to expect to see any teams change it up a little bit, or do you think we'll kind of stick with the same format?
I'm pretty sure that we're going to see a lot of people playing the same stuff. The only team that I could see switching things out would maybe be Team 2. I know Biscuit played Dema last time, but I think they also play Echion pretty well last time I checked. So I'm curious to see whether or not the Echion will come out. Other than that, maybe Team 1. Bandcake also has a tendency to flex around a little bit and play different characters. So those are probably the only 2 that I think would switch their team comp up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, with Eagle, if I recall correctly, Eagle's normally a Magnus player, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that potentially come out.
Yeah, that would definitely be interesting to see. I would like to see. I would love to see some spinning. I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit of a spin to win enjoyer, I see. Okay.
Absolutely. Any man that can pick up Cinderblock and slap me with it is a good man in my book.
I have to agree. Oh no.
And they gave him that cadet skin. Nimble Neuron, what are you doing to me?
Okay, and I believe we're getting our ready checks right now.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and start game 2 for bracket 2. Thank you very
Alright.
much, by the way, Athena, for coming and doing this. This has been a delight for me. I have watched your videos
Yeah.
for a long time. In fact, it was one of your videos that I watched that made me start playing Tazia. So you have more influence on me than you know.
Oh, really? Well, I am honored. It's honestly a pleasure to be here and be able to cast because I love doing this, and whenever I can just yap, it's great. And we see Eagle hovering Magnus. Let's
Please
go.
give it to me. And the white Magnus skin, there is a god.
Yeah, and I mean, we've also got Team 7 picking the same. Same with Team 6. No surprise there since Team 6 did take game 1. Team 5, I am so excited to see Tempers Tia with Whippy on the Johan. What do you think of Team 4's change up with Neo?
I worry about them dealing with the range damage. There's a lot of ADCs again, but seeing that Team 7 was pretty successful with it, I wonder whether or not their damage output is going to be there. Obviously, Yumin does a lot of damage right now, and while Darko has great sustain and he can be a really good bully, I wonder if their damage is going to be there.
No, for sure. Yeah, that definitely could be it. And it might not even necessarily be a lack of damage. It also might be a lack of getting on top of a target. If they can't catch you, they can't kill you at that point, which is the kind of the risk that you take when you're running these double melee comps. But it's really interesting to see that we've actually sort of flipped this lobby. We went from a lobby of front to back, a ranged character and a tank, to a lot of melee heavy orientation. We've got a lot of brawls that are going to be happening.
I'm really excited to see Team 1. Between Magnus and Sylvia, there's so much dive there, and that could be a really, really fun fight to watch just overall. Also surprised to see Santia not on Chloe. We're on Isol this time with Biscuit. I don't think I've seen Santia do anything but Chloe so far in these tournaments. So very, very excited to see the Isol come out. Santia's Isol is very, very clean, very, very good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it as well, especially because, I mean, you also did call it with Team 2. We do actually see the Ekion pick up instead, which is exciting because Ekion is one of those characters that can dive in pretty deep. So taking out characters like the Rio and the William and the Lenny could be really strong for this team. So we'll have to see how Burnt Biscuit ends up bringing it out.
Absolutely. Ekion is so good at getting in people's faces and just kind of being like this like, hey, look at me kind of guy. And Santia will be able to clean up from the back if they do it right. Just so much mobility from Ekion as a character. I hate that guy.
Yeah, and to bring a little bit of spotlight back onto Team 5, because Team 5 is starting a little bit behind when it comes to scoring in this game. Their team comp, I think, completely counters half this lobby. Like, it beats Team 1, Team 4, and Team 7, but then could potentially lose to teams like Team 3, 2, and 6. It's all about how Temper handles the ranged ADCs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I love watching Whippy, Johan's Juice. They are such a fantastic Johan. They move so well with Temper. They're so good at their positioning. It is absolutely a delight to see my boy out there doing some stuff. So God bless Whippy for bringing up the supports and reminding us that they are still a force to be reckoned with, even in duos.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I love watching Whippy gameplay, so I'm excited to see them skyrocket this lobby. Let's see them take out every single team. I mean, I'm not biased. No bias rooting. I'm just, just saying.
I'm biased. Go Whippy.
Rooting for the underdogs here. So looking at these teams right now, we'll have to see what we expect to happen. Because, I mean, as we've talked about in the last time, a lot of these teams will probably try to go for that late game. We'll probably see a lot of farming and build up coming out from a lot of these teams. But I mean, I think that like Team 1, potentially like Team 7, and even Team 4 might want to look for these early fights and get a lot more aggressive on maybe 2-3 items instead of waiting until they're full builds.
Absolutely. And I'm hoping that with some of these switch ups that we will see a lot of that early game aggression. Definitely something that I think people have been not taking advantage of so far this tournament. But like I said, as the games go on, people have a tendency to be a little bit more aggressive. Unfortunately, the support life has happened and Lead Island has taken down Johan over in Hotel. You hate to see it, but it does happen. That's that support life for you, unfortunately.
Yeah, but you know what we're thinking about here was that was a free TP to our teammate. That's exactly
That's
what we
right.
wanted.
That's perfect. Lenny's over there cooking in the corner. We'll see whether or not she gets bullied for just playing a support. It does happen.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because now again we talked about this with the splitting up or grouping up. I think a lot of these teams are still favoring group ups. I mean, we see Uptown, we've got teams in Dock, we've got teams in Stream. I'm pretty sure there's almost everyone's grouped except for 2 teams right now. 3 teams are currently split in farming.
Looks like Iso's going to be trying to dive on the Lenny, but we do have Edgelord coming in behind, trying to get the dive, unfortunately unable to. Good stun from the Lenny. Oh my goodness, the takeaway, but the Bloomflower is there, so he's able to get away. Biscuit looks like he might be AFK.
Oh, Biscuit, no! Looks like we're having some technical difficulties with Biscuit. That's a little unfortunate, as that is a... Oh my gosh, Team 5, no!
Oh, Temper, no! All right. I love too hard. That's what happened.
We did the caster curse. We're not supposed to... Oh, that is so
sorry.
unfortunate. I can't believe that. But, you know, that means that is 3 kills now for Team 6, a team that's been, won game 1, so they're already in a pretty strong lead. And Team 7 got that free kill on Biscuit.
It looks like we have a fight over here in Fire Station between Team 1 and Team... Oh my god. Team 3. Wow, that number just escaped me. I'm so sorry. But it looks like they're both going to walk away from it. Team 1 did take a little bit of damage there. Sylvia is pretty squishy, so you have to be pretty careful with your engage with her. But luckily for them, they were able to get away without losing anybody.
Yeah, and we might actually have... So we have 2 teams gravitating up towards Temple. So we have our objectives going to be spawning in 1 minute. We'll have to see, does like Chabs and Pet Dog Kid from Team 3 end up going up against Team 6? Or will they split elsewhere? Where have our meteorites spawned, actually?
Our meteorites have spawned over in Beach, and I believe in Warehouse. Yes.
Yep, and we have our team already controlling Warehouse. Honestly, if no one contests Team 4 might be enjoying 2 objectives, which is kind of wild.
We'll see whether or not Team 3 actually is going to... Okay, so they did jump away. They're going to be trying to come up from the bottom. There is vision control somewhere in Stream, though. So they will see them trying to come up. I bet that's Team 6 that has that camera. They're just cleaning out bears, getting ready for that objective to spawn here in 15 seconds.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out. Yeah, Lee Dialina already in angle, ready to come into this fight. We have Rio leading the way. They should know as soon as the vision comes through. Yeah, they know that they're there. We'll have to see how this plays out, because we're going to have a brawl happen here any second. Chabs walking forward, already getting hit by the William. The William does get the stun. Chabs, we do see the signature fireball as William dashes forward, completely taking forward. Now Pet Dog Kid is left. He tries to knock them back with the Spirit Arrow, does get the knockback, and is going to successfully escape.
Unfortunately, Chabs goes down, and Dogpet is going to have to retreat, but that means a free tree for Orca and for Lee Dylan. I'm not going to say his name. It's not going to happen. I'm not doing it.
What is it? It's like Al-Nini?
Al-Ninmi. But that does not roll off the tongue at all. Cheese Puff getting a 4 score there. They were able to grab the objective from Hotel, and then just a quick pause there from the tornado. Was able to get the tree over there from Hotel and over at Beach. So he is a 4 score in, which is huge. Gonna go for the bunny hat.
That is going to make him almost unkillable. At this point here, I mean, Team 4 should be looking for some fights, I feel. Like, they feel super strong getting 2 free objectives this early on. They could take this as a snowball advantage.
We'll see whether or not they decide to go into Team 2. It looks like they're just going to head for the battle zone. Go ahead and farm on the way there. Team 7 cleaning up the rest of what's in Uptown. Looks like they may also head for the Warehouse battle zone. Our battle zones this time is at Archery Range, Warehouse, and at Factory. And we'll see how... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, surely we don't have half the teams go into the same battle zone again, like these two that are heading into Warehouse at the same time. Edgelord main can see Cheese Puff. Is they going to take the fight? Cheese Puff doesn't look like they want to take it as they're backing up. But now waiting in the bush might for the counter engage. We have Darko dash on Darko. We do see a little bit of engage happening here. The spring launcher sending Cheese Puff right into the Lenny. The Soul Stealer coming out. We do see the intimidation tactic blowing up Nao. Nao actually dies here. Cheese Puff having to run for their life. They do blink. I don't know if they can get away at this point. Lenny giving the speed boost. We do dash over to the chickens, making the spring launcher miss. And I think Cheese Puff should be out unless we chase for years.
Edgelord is known for doing that, so I'm curious to see what'll happen. If he chases too long, Neo's going to be back up, and then that's going to be an unfair fight for Edgelord. He is doing some really good damage on Cheese Puff here, unfortunately, so we will see how long until things happen.
I mean, there's no way. Yeah, you don't kill this, right? I mean, now Darko did not TP up though, so it is still 1v1 here. Cheese Puff versus Darko. Bat skills on bat skills. This is just a battle of sustain. I don't know how anyone wins here.
Darko is running out of mana though, so Cheese Puff might have a chance to do this. Darko does TP in. Neo going for the dive here.
No, Edgelord, run! Where's your Letty?
The blink into the R. Goodness gracious.
That is, that is karma. That is the rule. Don't chase. You take your lead and you move on.
Over at Doc, we have Team 3 going over to Alpha. Dogpat's going to try to get the camera. We do have Team 6 there, though. They do get vision on them using the vision plant. So we'll see how this goes off.
Yeah, Lead Island looking here at the potential angle. Wants to get control of this vision. What's really weird, though, is Team 3 is in an awkward spot because Lenny about to TP her team in as they just walked into each other. Lenny luckily safe within the zone. We do actually get Darko TP'd in. Now there is 3 teams currently contesting the dock zone, and it looks like, yeah, immediately Team 3 does not want any of this.
Yeah, William's just going to go ahead and take everything from that Alpha and make it all happen. Makes a holy water with it. What a guy! Holy crap.
Oh, disrespect.
Finally got some golds on Neo there. They were a little bit behind on their Santia Holt sitting on 3 golds right now. Looks like he's the one with the most golds at this point. Team 3 looks like they're a little bit behind. Hopefully they can farm a little bit and be able to secure this box over here in Chapel. I'm sorry, in Cemetery.
Yeah, they got a little pushed out. I think they lost their battle zone and then also lost the alpha to Team 6. So they need to, for sure, take the time to play a little slower. Luckily, this is the perfect format for them to farm up and secure some items before they take any risky fights.
Definitely would think about moving up north. Actually, there's going to be 3 objectives. One of them in Pond, one of them in Temple, and one of them in Stream. All of them very close to each other. And if they do it right, they should be able to capitalize on it instead of fighting for this box over here.
No, for sure. Now that is unfortunately they don't have the full insight that we do, but yes, I agree. If they try to just play up more, they could actually get a lot of objective rewards.
Team 4 bullying Lumi, trying to get a little bit of that money advantage. They are a little bit behind in terms of their goals, especially with losing that battle zone opportunity. They were able to clutch that fight back out, obviously, but they are a little behind.
From now on.
For sure. And looks like, okay, so Team 6 getting the tree. And I believe Team 3 is also in combat now with Team 1 over this box. They both really want this. The problem is that Team 3 just really isn't a contesting situation, but Rio's long range can keep this as a big problem as Magnus and Sylvia need to find the angle for them to fully commit onto. Tab's going for the box here. We get the Magnus blink into the wall slam, but we do actually have Rio blink over the wall.
Oh
we
my
do
goodness,
have
the
Knight.
Sylvia follow-up was fantastic there, jumping over the wall, and unfortunately that means that Team 3 is going to be knocked out.
Unfortunate for them, but Team 1 reaping the rewards, getting the box. Looks like it's a tree, as well as 2 kills for them. Now, what are you thinking here? I mean, it's kind of crazy to think right now Team 6 is really taking the lead of this entire lobby at 6 kills.
Yeah, they are absolutely crazy players. I'm curious to see how Team 1 will actually do against Team 6 if they get the opportunity to fight against each other. Sylvia just has the opportunity to get onto William. If they can bait it out with a Magnus engage and have William blow his W, then there's absolutely an opportunity for Sylvia to come in and clean up William, which I think would be the smartest thing to do. William is so scary sitting in the back, just being able to hammer out that damage just relentlessly.
Oh, sorry there. I was I had a little coughing fit, but yeah, I absolutely agree. And I think it's really interesting to see where these teams go. Surprisingly enough, I don't think Team 6 is the most kitted out team right now, right? Item wise, I think that Team 1 is actually just as scary, if not scarier.
Yes, correct. Absolutely correct. Omega is going to be spawning here in Pond in just 20 seconds. We already see some teams converging over into this area. We have a fight going on over here in Police Station. Looks like Neo takes down Burnt Biscuits and Tia having to back up. They were just able to get the engage on them and get that dive, and we'll see whether or not they actually want to head back over. We have a fight over here, actually over here in Pond.
Yeah, Lenny getting stunned into the wall by Magnus, actually backing up, creating that space, gets the shield onto the Darko. The Darko gets the double knockup, actually does take down the Magnus. Pancake tries the pistol skill away, gets the knockback into the bike. There's no way to catch this now. Edgelord, you can chase for days. We'll never catch it, but we actually have Team 6 come in and actually take down Lenny. That is now 2 people down for both Team 1 and Team 7.
Leaving Omega to be free for Team 6. What great patience. It depends on whether or not Team 4 actually wants to try to come in on this. I'm curious to see how that would actually work. I think that Team 4 would actually have a very hard time against Team 6.
Yeah, Team 4, I mean, if William plays it right, I don't think they ever can catch William. Which is instantly a big problem.
I like
we
watching
did
William
actually
players.
we did get a buyback on Team 1. Team 7 did not get their buyback, though. Edgelord
trying to go into a hospital. Maybe he can get this cube and then try to get the buyback, but unfortunately Team 6 is right there, so hopefully he's smart enough just to back out, try to find somewhere else to go. They saw the pings coming in, I think, of them killing the dogs over here, so good defensive play from him. Unfortunately jumps right into another team.
Oh, it's Team 1. They want their payback. They get the Sylvia bike coming out. The Magnus bike. They're biking at them. It gets the knockup. We get the explosion. We get the wall slam, but it doesn't actually hit any walls here. Darko does dash over the wall. I think he can get away from this, but Sylvia pistol skills. Will she get the slow?
Oh,
she blinks for the slow. Oh, and here comes the bike. It's going to come into the knockup. No, he blinks it. Edgelord's going to go. Go, Edgelord, run. I don't think you can ever get away from Sylvia, though. I mean, Darko has got the mobility.
I think because she's out of gas, he has a good chance. The problem is that he is going to be running into Neo here, just right up ahead. Unfortunately, I don't know where Edgelord is going to go. He's going to get slowed. Pancake finally has enough gas. He might be able to do the dive again. Able to E away one more time, but here comes Team 4 in the back.
Okay, Team 4 doesn't notice it, though, and Pancake wants this kill. He's just not going to be able to get it. Edgelord sweating, but able to successfully escape. What a war hero. Can he get the buyback? Oh no, oh no, Edgelord, run! I think it's over. Magnus bike wall into the bat skill, into the knockup. Yeah, that's the perfect juggle CC that Team 1 wanted as they're about to run into our next team, Team 2. No contention though. Looking at this this setup though, I definitely don't think they want to take a fight at this moment, but we do have our teams now slowly starting to catch up. Everyone kind of spreading out kills right now in between each other except for Team 6. Oh wait, we get the root coming on to Pancake that's gonna get them double rooted. Seniata, or sorry, is it Sentia? Yeah, Sentia really wants these kills. Oh, here comes another root. We get the blink coming out from the Sylvia, but Sylvia does get rooted again. Sentia really wants to be aggressive, but Biscuit's playing really far back. I don't know if we're going to be able to get anything, because as soon as like Sylvia and Magnus gets a good catch onto this ISIL, it could be over instantly.
Absolutely. Biscuit needs to be trying to push up, trying to be a little bit more aggressive. Want to see him be a little bit more of a front line. I know they're a little scary, but I think he'd be okay using the tornado to push himself forward.
Yeah, no, and I don't think they're going to be able to catch anything. That's so unfortunate. Cia really, really wanted that, but that's the struggle of picking like a ranged character. Sometimes you just can't catch a mobile team that runs away from you.
Looks like Eagle doesn't want to let it go of this meteorite just yet. Going to be using a camera to be playing offensively there. Pancake going to be using his wall now so that he can see a little bit further ahead. Doing a great job zoning him out, though. Looks like they're not going to try to go for it any longer. But Team 6 is heading right for Wiccaline. So it looks like they're just going to have Wick buff for free again. Team 4 kind of just farming on the bears right now. They're not moving in for it. And look at that William damage. Absolutely ridiculous. Just melting Wiccaline.
Yeah, I don't think this... I think this team's going to snowball it again. Williams, I think, full build now. They've got double blood items. They have remote mines. They're a team to be messed with. Like Williams should be probably, I think, going to blood weapon at this point. Yeah,
Yes.
I can't see them losing.
Absolutely ridiculous. It's amazing how much this team has just gotten away with just being at objectives, and just because they're there, they just get them for free. Though with the Omega objective, he was so... They were both very, very slow in coming into that one. So I definitely think that their vision control has been very, very good throughout the game. I've noticed that before they head to a zone that has an objective, or if they know an objective's coming up, they do try to get the camera. That way that they can watch kind of what's going on, who's there, how many people are trying to go for it, and they're able to play accordingly to it. Fight going on in school, though.
Yeah, Cheese Puff trying to chase over here onto Team 4. Team 4 backing, or sorry, Team 1 backing off as Team 4 is pushing up. And it looks like they're going to have to resort to TPing red. No, they decide not to go for the TP. It looks like they're going to go into police station, but I don't know if they realize that that's about to turn red again for them. They're going to be draining all of their timer here.
Kind of a bold play there. I wonder if they're trying to chase down Lumi, maybe to get a discount. Maybe they're trying to just go over here. Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think they wanted to risk that random TP, because if they gambled wrong, they could TP into one of these other teams. Is actually Team 6 and Team 2 about to go into an engage here. William putting a ton of damage on the Biscuit. Biscuit disconnected again, I think?
I think so. Unfortunately, Santia's going to go down there. Biscuit just kind of standing. That's unfortunate to see.
Very, Biscuit looks like they are struggling. I mean, Orca trying to be respectful, didn't take the kill. But I mean, at this point here, I think it might be for the best just to take it.
He's like, please just take me. End my life. End my suffering. They won't
Team
do
6
it.
feels so bad. They don't want to do it.
Oh, they gave him the remote kiosk like that was going to do something. Come on, guys.
Offered as a peace offering. Surely.
Don't do that. You'll get suspended. I found that out the hard way.
Oh no. Did you get suspended for that?
Steelergirl and I have a funny story about that, and I will tell you at some point.
All right, good to know. Good to know.
Team
Now-
1's so patient in this bush. They are just waiting for it.
It's the best play to do right now. You don't want to mess with it. Like, again, I can't see Team 4 or Team 1 beating Team 6. Like, Team 4 already struggles getting onto people, and if William spaces well, they're not going to be able to do it. Now, Team 1 can do it if William misplaces and we can get, like, the Magnus wall stun into Sylvia combo, but it's still going to be really, really tough. Oh, Biscuit's back.
I think Biscuit is trying to figure out where Lumi is. Let's see. Lumi's going around the rotation. He should be going into school here in a second. So we will see whether or not something comes of it. Eagle taking the camera again. So Team 1 has vision control over at Fire Station. Team 4 sitting there patiently, just kind of waiting to see what would happen. Probably the best thing for them to do at this point. Probably want to be a third team to a situation.
Yeah, and Biscuit gonna get rewarded. Gets the Lumi buyback here. Let's go. We're gonna see Team 2 back in action here.
Team 6 kind of knew that this was going to happen. They're coming in on him. We'll see whether or not they actually try to fight or if they're going to be respectful. It looks like they want to try to do it the right way, but the chickens are coming in strong. They do so much damage. Santia taking damage already from the lead Lin. It's not even a chance with that William damage, unfortunately. Santia trying to get something off here, but William is just pummeling, and unfortunately that's going to be a team wipe.
That is so unfortunate. Team 2 going down there. But yeah, the pressure coming out from Lee Dai-Lin, the mobility that William has to be able to follow up her on that dive side, just completely pushing Tia into the bad spot. Like, Isol just not going to be able to do anything about it. And now we're down to our remaining teams. It looks like we're going to have Team 4 and Team 1 duke it out here. Okay, here comes the launch pad. They're sent over. They're immediately seen. The Darko dashes in. We get the Cheese Puff getting the root. Sylvia going in onto Darko. Gonna have to back away immediately into intimidation tactic, instantly blown up. All that's left is Eagle. I don't think Eagle can win here as Darko just steals the stats, and that goes to Team 4.
Absolutely the right way to play that. Unfortunately, if you can take Sylvia down, a lot of the damage is going to be gone. Not to say that Magnus doesn't do respectable damage, but Sylvia is definitely the glass cannon that needed to carry that fight. And even with the missed E from Neo, they were able to isolate her very well with Darko ult, putting her against the wall and immediately bat stunning into the wall, and then you have Garnet root on top of it. So it was just like, where is she going to go?
No, exactly. Now, let's see how this plays out. Team 4, I'm rooting for you. They're going to have to deal with this William. There's just no way about it. I mean, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow they can use Darko to intimidation tactic Lee Dai-Lin further back into them, like, full combo killing her, but I think she's just too tanky. So
I actually think with the Lee Dai-Lin coming forward, she's always directly in front of the William. So if they play it right, they may actually be able to drop Lee Dai-Lin into the William, depending on how she positions herself.
very, very possible. And we have Team 4 as the aggressors here in the final zone. We're looking for the angle. Darko goes in for the blink, does go for the knockup. Intimidation tactics back the lead island into the wall stun, but it doesn't look like Cheese Puff was on the same page. We get the actual signature fireball from William following up and getting the kill. And there it is. That is game 2 of bracket 2.
Yeah, if Cheese Puff had just been a little bit faster, they could have cleaned up that lead island so quickly. But Orca was so fast. William just coming in so strong and just melting Darko and then just cleaning up Cheese Puff so fast in the back line.
Absolutely. And I think that's exactly why their comp works so well. They have the consistent damage of an ADC, but even when they're pushed out of a fight, the signature fireball lets him just dash back in and immediately follow up and catch up with his lead island anywhere where they go.
Absolutely disgusting. I love watching me some William though. So God bless him for coming in and playing William for me.
We can only thank you so much there for being on the William. And I believe that would be the end of my yapping for the day, because the last one is now the finals, correct?
I believe so, but I think I'll keep you in here for that one. I will ask Biscuit.
Certainly.
Let me see.
Those finals are very, very exciting. And I think we have all of our lovely, lovely numbers being calculated out right now with all of the stats. So for anyone that wasn't here at the beginning when it was explained by Grubs, we do have normal scoring in the sense of every kill getting a point, but I believe there's also special rewards there for teams that were able to kill Omega, team that was able to kill Wickline, as well as if you rootkitted, which I don't think we saw any in bracket 2, but we did see in bracket 1.
Yes, we did see a root kick successfully go off in bracket 1. So that was kind of cool. Haven't seen that yet.
I'm not kidding you. I swear I have not seen that in seasons. So kudos to that. Honestly, it's a system that should be used so much better.
Thank you so much, Steelergirl, by the way, for doing some legwork for me in the background and going through the VOD and finding that. I'm sorry we had this complication again. Normally we have Jester doing our scorekeeping, but unfortunately we've had issues with our well today, so he has been trying to be a handyman and fix it, and he successfully did, but he did spend all day doing it, and unfortunately he missed the first 2 games trying to wrap that up. So that is why there's a little bit of a delay. There was a miscommunication error on my end, so I apologize and I take full responsibility for it.
No worries there. Thank you, though. We do have a pleasure, what's the word I'm looking for here? Amazing staff that was able to hopefully smooth some of this out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I will take this time to say that. Thank you, everybody who works behind the scenes. Thank you for all the people that come in and commentate. It is fantastic having you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Being able to do this every month is really a joy, and I know that they're a little rough because not all of us are experienced with what we are doing, but I appreciate your patience, and it is such a delight for me to be able to see you guys play. I really do look forward to this every month, so thank you, thank you, thank you.
Let's go. Another exciting too, we'll actually have 8 teams in this lobby. I don't think we had 8 teams before.
Yes, so we try to make sure that the final game absolutely has 8 teams. We thought that we had 16 teams sign up, but I think we had a few people drop out, unfortunately. But nerf Darko next patch. So I'm so excited to see this final game. It's usually so tense and so much fun. It's why we try to drop all the points from the other games, and it is winner take all in this one. So the points are not applicable anymore. Whoever wins this is just the winner. They get the title for the Discord for the month. They will be our champions. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay, this explains a lot more.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I not send you the tournament stuff? I will send it to you after
did not.
this. I'm so sorry. Lith moved everything around, so I don't know where things are. After this, I will send you the way that our points are broken down. I'm so sorry.
It is okay. I have been piecing it together. It's like a puzzle game at this point, and it also explains who the Big Papa's Pog champs are.
Yeah.
From, I assume, last month, which makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah, I did not choose that name. The Discord chose that name.
I mean, your Discord chose properly. That was the right name.
Is there video of this teaming? Oh my goodness. Oh, Lith, you want me to say the really, truly, honestly? Because I won't do it. Fuck you, it's not happening.
All right, let's see an intense, exciting match here again, because yeah, where it is, like, it's a clean slate for any of these teams. It's, it's going to be kill heavy, I believe. Are we following those systems of like 8 points for first, etc.? Or
Yeah, so the way that the points
Really,
work
truly,
for...
honestly.
Yes, thank you, Pancake. So the way that the points work in this is that you get points for kills, obviously. You also get points for the other objectives, but we do have scaling points as well for rank placement as well. So let me grab that for you because it looks like people are going to the potty. So I will get that scoring for you real fast.
yeah, definitely gonna help determine, where placement versus kills are happening. Most times when it comes to it, kills matter the most in these kind of formats. So we'll definitely probably see some bloodbath. Ideally, a lot of fights probably gonna happen early on within the first day or two before the minus 250 credit punishment on day 3 onwards.
Yeah, so the way that it works is first place is 8 points, second place gets 5 points, third place gets 4 points, fourth place gets 3 points, fifth place gets 2 points, sixth place gets 1, and then seventh and eighth get 0 points. Killing Wiccaline gives you 3 points, Omega gives you 2, and the rootkit escape gives you 3 points, but if you rootkit and you win the battle zone after that, you actually get 5 points in total. But if you die in the red zone, you lose a point as well.
Yeah, no head booming here, but I mean, looking at this, definitely going to be massive. Wickline Omega, we should be seeing a lot of contention. That's 5 points alone, which is is equal to a second place, which in this one game format here is going to matter a lot.
Yeah, I was trying to push for more combat. That's kind of why I did that. But like I said, not a lot of people have been taking advantage of it, which I think is a little silly. I think if you see somebody rootkit, you should definitely go after them. Especially, we saw in one of the games, there were a lot of teams that were just one person that were kind of left to their team, and they were trying to run for Lumi, and it was like, come on, guys, just go ahead and try to go for the rootkit fight. At least you'll get more points than where you're at. So, Tapanto says, see y'all at the boat. There you go.
Now, question about the rootkit system. So you get 3 points for rootkitting, and you get 2 points if you win. Do you get the 3 points for the kills as well, or is it just the 2 points, so 5 in total?
It would be 5 in total. So you get the if you win the battle zone at the final battle zone when you try to rootkit out, that is 5 points in total.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's definitely see some rootkit teams. The real final battle, final zone, that's just boring. We don't need to see no final zones. What we want to see is the rootkit dock battle.
Hey man, I get real hype over rootkit dock battles. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, that's where the real action's at. I will say though, in an actual rank game, it is the most miserable feeling when you rootkit and then another team rootkits and then you die and you don't get anything. You don't get your minus of points, nothing. You just get punished.
Luckily I haven't had to deal with anything like that personally. Oh, he was back. All right, cool. We are good to go. I think if we are ready, Athena, then
Yep.
I will press the button.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Not the wrong lever this time, my friend.
Oh, thank gosh.
Lip, I did not almost say your name. You're wrong. I did not almost dox you on my stream.
Okay, looking at some teams here, it looks like Team 7 going with their iconic pick. Team 6, though, I mean, Orca picking their William, but I mean, Nimi, okay, picking in their iconic pick.
Team 2 is making me very excited with that Adela hover. I am really hoping that we see some Queen's Gambit tonight. I would die to see some Queen's Gambit tonight.
Queen's Gambit sound pretty solid to me. I'm trying to think here, what are the other teams? Because I didn't see any of bracket 1's teams.
Phantom Myth, looks like they're switching it up. Originally, they were doing a Darko, and I believe they were double dive. But right now we see a Mai and an Adriana. If Phantom Myth does play Adriana pretty well, a lot of damage in the backline if Mai can keep them off of them. But I wonder with some of these team comps if they will be able to. I think Team 7 would be a pretty strong force against them. Depends on how well Adriana can keep everybody back.
Yeah, it's Team 3. I'm a little worried, mainly because the whole factor is Mai is not the greatest duelist. She's very team reliant, and Adri's very reliant on a secondary DPS. So we'll have to see how they play it through, but I am definitely a little worried that they might just lack kill secure power. But Team 5 looks really spicy to me. That Tia Garnet, very, very sustainy, very good damage, very good lockdown. I think that's a team we could definitely see some good gameplay from.
Definitely excited to see how Team 5 and Team 6 go up together, because Team 5 was a force to be reckoned with, and Team 6 obviously was a force to be reckoned with as well in their own respective brackets. So very, very curious to see who can out-cheese who when it comes to these fights.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious play is going to be that Team 6 will most likely be the aggressors against Team 5. But trying to go in on a Tia is actually terrifying because Lee Dai-Lin's dodge doesn't really do much, and her damage negation is not enough to survive against the full combo Tia hit.
Definitely do it.
And with that, we are off on our final game. Very, very exciting. As I said before, there are no points in this game. This is all winner take all, so people have a tendency to be a little bit more aggressive. They definitely come out swinging, trying to get that wonderful, sweet title for the Discord for the month.
So let's see it here. I am excited. You were mentioning it earlier, the Adela team. I mean, it's going to be so interesting to see Top Anto play it, because if they can land a good queen combo, it literally will instant kill most people in this lobby. And Leanne's a fantastic duelist, so she can kind of 1v2 while we wait for the Adela setup.
Definitely. Leanne is such a, like, just oppressive character. If she can get going and she can just stick on you, like, there's just not a lot you can do, and especially with the damage from Adela in the background. What are you going to do against it? It's all going to be dependent on how well Adela can get her pieces set up and how big of an ult she can get off on the team.
For sure. And yeah, we're actually seeing our teams kind of gravitate towards... One thing also, actually, we kind of gravitate towards talking about Team 8 for a second. Neo actually switching it up once again. This is the third game, a third swap. We're now actually seeing the Kathy. I'm not sure how I feel. Like, Kathy is such a strange character for me, because either Neo's going to be the all-star of this entire lobby and is going to go crazy and one-shot combo everyone, or we're going to see him miss a suture and completely whiff and die.
Orca already going on strong on Kathy. Unfortunately, takes way too much damage. The W stun was just too much. Kathy unable to do anything in response.
Yeah, a little unfortunate, but yeah, that's the power of William, right? The stun into just full auto attacks and able to just completely obliterate before Kathy can even do anything.
Yeah, you can't sleep on William W, unfortunately. Santia going in for the dive into Ponto. So much damage already. Nicolette not able to do anything. Gonna have to try to run into the research center. Gonna eat up some timer here, but so much damage.
Oh my god, wait, I think they're gonna... Oh, they're coming so close to being able to get that wipe, but no, I think actually Adela's TP's back in now, right? They have enough timer. They just have to TP. Yeah, wow, that was actually so close. I actually genuinely thought that Leanne was going to die there, and it was going to be a wipe. Actually, we do actually have it.
Team 4 just got wiped by Orca, unfortunately, over in hospital. I don't know what happened there, but all of a sudden Clutch came up. So Nicolette hiding in the bush, Neo just walking past it. Looks like they're going to be trying to go for camera dominance here. They want to try to go for these bears. It's a lot of farm on beach, and it's always worth fighting for.
Yeah, Cheese Puff looking for the angle, does dash in onto the Garnet on Garnet action. We do get the Quake coming out, and there comes the Rainbow big stun onto Cheese Puff. Cheese Puff gets bat skilled into the wall. Kathy looking for the angle, does use the emergency rescue, does big damage onto this Tia. Tia does paint a little bit of blue, goes for the yellow, gets the root, but we have Garnet now on top of Bazella. Bazella going to use the blast cone, does successfully get a little bit of distance, gets rooted once more. I think they're fine, though. I don't think they get killed here. Because, yeah, blue root, stun into red paint. And I think we're fine.
Yep. We'll see whether or not Team 2 tries to go in, but I think their teammate's going to be up in time for that. We do have a fight a little bit going on over in Temple. It looks like they're all backing off. Catching up to Bazella. Bazella able to E away again. Good movement. Trying to just stay away by enough time for their teammate to come back up.
Yeah, and that's Soul Stealer creating enough space, able to escape. Team 5 sweating a little bit, but still in the lobby. It's okay. We're still fine there. I don't know where their Garnet is. It's a little split from them at the hotel at the moment.
Meteorite is going to be popping up in Alley and in Chapel. We already see our teams moving in together. Team 5... I'm sorry, Phantom has popped in Hotel. They see that they came there. We have the teleport in from Arknight following Bazella. So we will see how many people are going to be showing up for this tree. Mai is now teleporting in.
Okay, we get Adri throwing out some fire. A little bit of combat, but there actually are fights happening all over the place. I believe we also have a brawl happening up in archery right now. Yeah, we do actually have another terminate as Team 1 is eliminated. And wow, lobbies are just going down left and right now. It looks like Team 6 already 5 kills, 2 eliminates on their end.
Absolutely disgusting. Looks like they're going to be able to pick up not only the tree from Cemetery, but they're also going to be picking up the meteorite from Chapel, which is absolutely huge. It's going to bump them really, really far ahead, which is a scary team to have 2-item advantage on.
Yeah, we were talking about, people going to be a lot more aggressive in this lobby to try and get kills, because kills are what matters. The problem is that sometimes you go too aggressive, you're the team that ends up dying. And I mean, Team 6 is reaping all the rewards, already a 5-point lead over a lot of these teams.
Looks like they're going to be maybe rotating up for this tree. Maybe they'll just sit there and farm. Edgelord and I'm a Butt are going to be going up for this tree right now. Wish the Lenny's name was something else. Not gonna lie.
I agree with you, but I'm a Butt is saying no otherwise. Bazella might be potentially looking at this fight here. We'll have to take a quick look. Adela not setting up her pawn, so no queen engage coming from Topanto. Topanto going to just back off at this point. No need to risk a fight just yet.
Have our battle zone set up. School is one of them. Alley is another. We have Doc as well. We also have Alpha showing up in hospital and in warehouse. Looks like Team 6 is not going to be opting for a battle zone at all. They're just going to sit there for the Alpha, buy their items, and go ahead and get started on trying to get their snowball going with their build. Lead Island sitting on 2. William also sitting on 2. Both sitting on 4 scores already, which is absolutely massive.
Oh, absolutely. This team is a menace to mess with right now. They got double objectives. They've won every single fight that they've had. They're going to be incredibly strong at this point. Every team wants to try and avoid them. Now, I'm wondering if Team 3 is going to get Doc for free. If they get Doc for free, that's actually really good. No, speaking of that, immediately Team 6 wants the double objective as well.
Team 3 already sees the pinks coming in onto Doc, so they're going to back off and they're just going to go for the Mithril instead. They decide they just want to go for something safe instead of trying to win a battle zone.
Yeah, but the thing is that battle zone's free right now. If Team 6 moves fast enough, we actually would have it as Kathy actually being currently run down, has to blink away from Edgelord. Edgelord coming in for the chase, does get sutured for the root. Darko looking for that angle. He's going to jump in. No, the dash over the wall. What a fantastic play. Lenny tries the spring launcher. Doesn't land. Darko still going in for the chase. Gets the movement speed coming in from the Lenny. Going in for the big damage. Hits all the auto attacks. Oh, and there goes Kathy going down. Garnet not going to be able to do anything. Cheese Puff in a bad spot. And, ooh, here's the big fight. Yeah, Orca doing tons of damage on Silver.
Yeah, unfortunately, because they got that battle zone for free, they were able to just kind of dive in and do whatever they want. Cheese Puff fighting for his life right now. Unfortunately, excuse me, kind of go down to the boom. But it looks like he was going to go down regardless because it's just hard to fight the two of them by yourself as a Garnet, unfortunately.
Unfortunate. Now, okay, let's talk about this here. We are down so many teams. There's already 3 teams eliminated, and every single team was eliminated by Team 6 so far. This is going to be really tough for these teams like Team 8 and Team 7 to catch up to them, where they already need 4 kills. That means 2 team eliminations just to catch up in points currently.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how many items they are ahead. They are definitely sitting pretty at this point. I don't think they did anything with the Mithril. I think they just drank it again. Curious to see if they did. They're pretty BM in that regard sometimes. Oh, Dylan used it. My apologies.
Yeah, the Sykes blade.
Yeah. I do not play those types of characters, so I am not super familiar with those items, so thank you.
Yeah, no, all stacked up there, and then they're looking very terrifying. These other teams just want to find and fight each other, even though they might not know that right now, unless they end up running into Team 6. They don't know that Team 6 is currently the one that's rampaging through this entire lobby.
Good congestion of items over here again in the stream fire station kind of area. Looks like Neo is going to be trying to get into position with Cheese Puff. They're going to try to get vision here, but Team 2 is up above buying right now. Nicolette getting the bunny hat. Get the vision on them though.
Yeah, looks like Adela probably going to go for weapon here. Yep, instantly swapping into the weapon. And Tree going straight for free there, going into our Team 8. Oh no, Team 5 about to walk into Team 6. William sees it, does get the recon onto them. And maybe William not going to go for the fight yet. I think he's waiting for his lead dial in. Yeah, he's getting into patience. He's waiting. We get Nami going in now on to the Garnet. Garnet taking a lot of damage. We actually get the signature fireball as William dashes in. Big damage coming out onto the Garnet. Garnet instantly going down. Tia trying to run for her life. She does get the root. And I don't think she's just going to have to just run the red at this point. But she's only got 15 seconds. I think lead dial in gets this here. Gets the blue.
This is
Gets
the
another
team to
root.
beat. Good try with the nunchuck. Unfortunately, it misses, but we're trying to get a little bit of CC off from Bazella. Oh my goodness. Twinkle Toes dodging the blue so she doesn't get rooted. Now we're going to throw the Tia ult out, trying to just keep some space on it. But Williams here on the side. Bazella just trying to run for their life right now.
She doesn't have the timer. She can't make this at this point. She's got to stand her ground. How's this going to happen? The bat skill misses. And oh, that's another team wipe.
I knew it. I knew you could do it.
Okay. So let's talk scores here. How do these other teams compete at this point? They need to take Omega and they need to take Wickline, right? That immediately gets them up to 8 points.
The points do not matter in the final game. So at this point, it's literally just winner take all. That's what makes Team 6 so scary, is that right now there is no team on the map at this point that looks like they can even get anywhere close to it. They will have to do some serious farming. Yes, the final game, the points are so that you can get a spot for the final game, and then the final game is winner take all, because when we started doing some of the points for other games, we realized that sometimes things were getting skewed really badly in different ways, because we have such a wide variety of players that play. We have some new players, we have some people that are very, very good. I believe that Orca and Dylin are both mithril level players, so very, very wide range there when it comes to the skills. So we decided to make it just a winner take all for the final game. Omega is going to be spawning over here in Cemetery in 7 seconds. I'm surprised that Team 6 isn't already headed over towards there. It looks like they're going to be prioritizing the meteorite instead, which is kind of unusual for them. They usually are pretty quick to jump onto objectives.
Yeah, I think it's more so they were naturally in that place, getting the objective for free. They know that that zone now has all the farm because it just switched from red back to a clear zone. So they get a bunch of farm, they get an objective. I think they just kind of were happy with it instead of risking that TP.
Absolutely. So smart.
Yeah, I think again, it's just at this point, they're already so far ahead. No need to take that risk, because imagine if they TP'd in and they just got caught by some silly TP spawn.
How dare they play smart? I want murder.
Dare they? True. I mean, they have been giving us murder. They genuinely have.
I can't even get mad about it. So much murder, so many balls. What can a girl do? Everybody is kind of split off to their points of the map. I'm surprised that nobody has gone for this Omega. The second the points are gone, nobody cares about Omega anymore. But that's okay. Nobody needs to get it if they don't need it. But everybody is kind of in their respective area. They're kind of farming. Everybody's trying to catch up. They're trying to get ready for the final build. As we said before, kind of when you hit this point of the game, it's a lot of people farming, just trying to get prepared for the final part of the game where it's going to be intense 2v2s. And honestly, where this game really shines and it becomes a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And we actually lead Island buying that blood. And also, funny enough, unless Team 2 launch pads over and takes that Omega's going to go into red here in 27 seconds. And I don't think they're going to do it. They're too scared. They don't know what's over there. And yeah, we're just not going to have anyone take Omega. Little crazy to think about. We actually might have Team 7 accidentally run into Team 6 here as their zone's about to turn red if they don't notice that the Team 6 is walking by. Team 6 knows the ping, so they're looking. They want bloodshed. Lenny around the corner. Lee Dylin coming around. We do actually see the blink into the slow. Big damage here as we spring launcher over. Ooh, we do use the Tiger Strike, but it's not going to catch as the Soul Stealer gets them away.
Nice spring launch there from Ima. But because if not, then they were definitely going to be going down. A fantastic disengage. That's the wonderful thing about Lenny. She has so much to her kit to allow her teammates to play safely, and they did it expertly well there.
For sure. Unlike me, when I play Lenny and I spring myself forward into the enemy team and am surprised every single time that I die instantly.
Yeah, I do that and I miss my E right after. How bad does that feel?
Yeah, exactly. That's why Amabutt is the Lenny player and not us.
Already seeing some bloods here. Nicolette getting that box as we saw earlier at Pond. Lee Lin already sitting on blood weapon. Everybody is stacked at this point. I think Tapanto's the only one that's a little bit behind, and I'm a little curious as to why they made the choices that they did in regards to having Adela be a little behind in terms of their damage. I understand that Leanne does a lot of damage, but at the same time, I feel like Adela could be kind of the clutch that they needed to kind of blow up their opponents. So hopefully they can just keep farming and they can get a little bit further ahead before the final fights start to happen.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely interesting. I mean, Leanne is definitely an item greedy character, and she can sometimes just win massive duels by having all the items. So it sort of makes sense, but you're absolutely right. I think Adela really does want items, so hopefully they are able to get it. I mean, they've got some more objectives available, and they still have plenty of time before all these zones close in. So as long as they avoid conflict, it should work out for them. And where did Wickline spawn?
Wickeline is in the red right now. Looks like they're going to be heading directly to Chapel, though, so Team 6 is in prime position. Again, going to be uncontested, but it looks like we have a little bit of a skirmish that could potentially happen over here in Stream and Pond.
Yeah, and we'll have to see. Does it happen? I mean, again, we just talked about this with Team 2. We'll have to see. Are they going to look for the fight? I mean, Leanne looking pretty hungry. They're in form. This is a good time for them to fight. They just lost the chickens, though, so they need to... Okay, they put... One thing interesting as well, if they put down wards, that just allows Leanne to stay in form. So Leanne's loving this, and this bear being tanky, allowing her to just to keep farming up. She goes for the root onto the Darko, going in for the smacks, trying to hit it. Pistol skill coming out from the Lenny, and Leanne gonna lose form now.
Wickeline wrapping around. Looks like it's actually going to be heading towards Team 8 over in Police Station.
Oh, that's so unfair for Team 6. That's...
Looks like Team 6 is going to try to jump in somewhere. I'm curious as to where they're going to go. We have Team 8 and Team 7 running into each other. Team 6 porting in right behind. We got 3 teams sitting in Police Station right now.
Yeah, everyone at the wick line. This is going to be a little bit chaotic. Wow, Lee Lin going... Are they going to start it immediately? I don't think so. I mean, it would be really risky at this point because they do know there's at least one team hovering. But, I mean, who's going to go for it? Edgelord now hovering through... It's going to be just whoever pulls the trigger first is probably going to get the most punished here.
Everyone's so patient with Wickeline, and that's something that I think a lot of players don't understand. You have to be patient when it comes to Wickeline. You can go for Wickeline and lose your team fights so easily because she just pumps out so much damage, and then you have the healing reduction as well.
Oh, here comes the jump and fall police station. If we take a look here, Darko looking to potentially make an angle. Lee Lin pressing forward, walking into this. Do we get in the engage? We do get the slow blocking the stun, but no, they're going to run the red and actually dodge it.
Team 2 has decided to commit to Wickeline, but Team 7 and Team 6 are nearby. But depending on how those clash up together, they may be able to slow down Team 6. But it looks like Team 6 is going to be unimpeded with them going in. And they're going to have to back off a Wickeline, unfortunately.
Yeah, but now Team 6 gets the wick line. It's going to be pulled back to them. This is great for them. They love this. No, wick line jumps back in over. Okay, wait, this is a brawl. Who's going to take the wick line? It looks like it went to Team 2, but Team 2's down really badly and had to blink over the wall at 1 HP, but they did get the wick line. Blood going to Team 6.
Team 7 a little bit split up here. A little bit unfortunate. Lenny needs to back up.
Oh, Leanne going for the root kit. We got a root kit. We got a root kit angle. Let's go. Wait, she's only got 4 seconds. She doesn't have inventory. She doesn't have inventory. She's going to blow up. Oh, she actually made it. No freaking way. That's actually crazy. As Lenny trying to go through. We get the stun on the Leanne. She's going to die now. The fireball signature coming out from the William. Trying to get that mobility. Hitting damage onto Lenny. Lenny just spring them back. Leanne running for her life. She's got no timer. Edgelord knows this. It is chasing her down. You can't run into that red. You're going to blow up. It's over here as she gets intimidating attacked into the wall. It is going to be a delicious kill coming in here. But wait, she is taking a long fight going right now.
She does have Wickeline buff right now, so we're curious to see the much more of a fight than I thought she would put up. Looks like Neo and Cheese Puff are going to be trying to come in, do a little bit of damage. Fortunately, they're not going to chase through the red zone. Everybody wants to play it safe. They want to keep their timer for as long as possible.
That is crazy. Can we get an item check on these last remaining teams?
Absolutely. So we've got 2 blood weapons on Team 6. Looks like we're missing 1 item on Cheese Puff and 1 item on Lenny as well.
Yeah, okay. So every team almost full build here, but it looks like the first one into the gauntlet is going to be Team 7. Team 7 does not want any of this smoke against Team 6 at this point. But I mean, they're gonna have to fight them eventually, and there's not gonna be much more buys left unless you go to the police station. We could see a fight here from Team 7 and Team 8, and then the final deciding factor going up against Team 6.
Probably the wisest option. Try to go after teammate instead, because Team 6 is scary as hell. Look
Yeah,
at the
I
guillotines
mean,
already. Oh my goodness, these guillotines.
like they already know, hey, we're gonna control this zone. We're gonna have the guillotines. Now, looking at this though, who wins here? I mean, it feels like
I think Team 7 wins this, actually. I think Lenny
yeah,
CC is really, really strong.
unless we see a crazy Kathy play as Darko immediately already going in. We do get the emergency rescue in there, going in big damage onto Lenny, but Lenny gonna peel away. We actually get the blink come out from Kathy. Kathy does go to the suture stun into the wall. We have Cheese Puff trying to peel, but it's just not enough. Edgelord just ignoring everything. He is actually taking quite a bit of damage though from the Garnet. Maybe he's starting to realize, wait a second, maybe I can't ignore Cheese Puff as much. And we do have Kathy resting now. It's not looking like anyone's taking any advantage lead at this point. Cheese Puff is just so tanky, but I mean, at the same time, Edgelord's just not taking any damage either. So
yeah, the Lenny is doing a great job sustaining. Unfortunately, that's a lot of damage on Cheese Puff. Garnet regains so much health off of her W, though. Lenny has to be really careful with those springboards. If she can get a good springboard off, that definitely will turn the tide of battle.
okay, the Soul Stealer coming out a little bit early, trying to get the space, but actually using the plan to get the heal up. As Darko does dash in, we get the spring launcher onto Cheese Puff. We do have Kathy reutilizing her ult. She needs to get that full combo lockdown onto the Lenny, but she's not able to find the angle. Cheese Puff actually surprisingly going relatively low, actually getting focused this time. Intimidation tactics taking her down. They realize that, that you know what, Garnet's the more scary one, not the Kathy.
Unfortunately, Neo has no timer, so he is going to go down, leaving the final fight to be between Team 7 and Team 6.
Yep, and this is it. You know, they get to get their buys now. They know Team 6 is going to have the zone before them. So they have to push into this. And surprisingly enough, out of all these teams, Team 7 might have it. Did we see this last time? I feel like Team 7 fought Team 6 before in bracket 2.
I believe it was Team 8 and Team 6 both times.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we'll have to see. Can they do anything? It's going to be up to, you know, can Edgelord get onto Orca, and can Lenny help support that play?
Yeah, Jester was just commentating that, I'm sorry, in the background, he was letting me know that the Lenny has been an absolute force to be reckoned with. He was saying that she is just impressive and how much she was able to do in that fight right there. And I totally, absolutely agree.
Would you agree and say that they're a butt?
A bot?
No, a butt.
Oh, a butt? They might be a butt head. I don't know them personally.
All right, we've already got the timer disadvantage going on to Team 7. Not looking good. Look at all these double guillotines. Like you mentioned, you know, these teams love to control this zone. We do actually get the speed boost in, the blink coming out from Orca. Orca does get intimidated tactic into the wall. We do miss the bat skill though. We do have the fire, actually signature fireball, giving him all that space. He dashes forward and it is over. That is going to Team 6.
Unfortunately, I think he got springboarded back into safety from the Lenny, which actually saved him. If Lenny hadn't have done that, I think William would have died there, because Darko managed to knock him off of the mount so that his W didn't push him back, because Darko decided to do his ult in on him. And of course, he's unstoppable when he does that, so he was unable to get pushed back. So that was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, but incredible plays there. I mean, let's be real here. Team 6 really showing us that they deserve to get that champion. I mean, I'm pretty sure they fought almost every single team in that lobby and won every single fight against each team.
Absolutely disgusting. Everyone pick up William. Play that character. I want him nerfed.
If you have good stats, pick William so he gets nerfed.
Yes, and big respects to anybody that can play that character as well. I played William last night for the first time just because Jester plays him, and I had no idea what he did. I kind of knew what he did, and anybody that wants to go through that headache, God bless him, because wow, that's a lot, and I play Tazia, so you know it's a lot if I say that.
Yeah, I think it's the RNG of the baseballs that make him really, really tough. It's not like Draven where you can kind of predict your projectiles when you move.
I think it's also really hard to know when to dash and when to stand still, because sometimes you just want to dash to the ball, and then sometimes it's like you'll just die if you dash to a ball. I found that out the hard way when I tried him out.
Yeah, sometimes him just being a turret can be the best effective way to actually win a fight.
Absolutely. He just pumps out so much damage. So in first place in our champions for the month, we have Orca and Alninme. And then second place, we have Edgelord Main and I'm a Button. Third place, we have Cheese Puff 44 and Neo. I want to say thank you guys so much for making this tournament possible. Thank you guys so much for joining the Discord. And thank you so much to everybody behind the scenes that helped out. I want to say a big thank you to Burnt Biscuit for participating in the commentary. And of course, Athenakai. If you do not know, Athenakai is a YouTuber that also does Eternal Return content. She is a vault of knowledge, absolutely incredible. And if you haven't checked out her channel, I highly implore you, please go check it out. She's a wonderful person, obviously, as you can tell from her commentating with me. She's very pleasant. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us.